This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny. We are a live play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. We are currently running through Season 5, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and we have a crew of 3, a trio from Trollskull Alley, trying to figure out what is going on inside the city, all the intrigue, all the conspiracy, all the murder, all the crime, as they try and figure out where this big pile of money is and what the gang war is all about. You can find us on social media, on our own Twitter account, @Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow. We put a whole bunch of information up there for latest episodes, our YouTube episodes, our yeah or nah questions of the week, and various other links and fun stuff we like to talk about. You can also find us on any app that plays a podcast, so whichever app is convenient for you, and of course on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. Thank you so much for listening this week. We're going to jump right into it. We got a couple of announcements at the break, but before we start, one thing to note, we had a bit of a technical difficulties this week. We discovered that we had some software glitching happening with Adobe Audition. They did a Mac operating system update, and it kind of messed around with our buffers. And so we have some crackling and some distortion in bits of it. It doesn't happen all that often, but it happens enough that it's going to be noticeable. So our apologies to that. We've fixed it for hopefully a few more episodes down the road, but we apologize for the crackles, but we've done everything to smooth it out and smooth it over. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt listening too much, but it's just there and we just want you to know. And I guess that is it. Let's just jump right into the story. I'll see you at the break as we figure out what's going to happen in this week's episode. Hello everyone, and welcome to Season 5 of the Diecast Podcast, Episode 6, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. As we last remember, in our last week's episode, there was an epic fight with a dark elf assassin murderer type, and possibly some of the worst rolling I've ever seen.
Oh my god, they were so bad.
Everyone tried their best.
I have like no context for like just how bad rolls could consistently be.
Under 10 all the time.
Yeah. Every single roll, like that is not statistically
likely. No, although I rolled 1 crit, so
yeah, but it was like
only the 1.
Yeah. It made that battle way harder than it needed to be.
Yeah. That battle was supposed to be a lot easier than...
It's like we were stabbing him with pencils.
Yeah. This was the line from the Mighty Ducks. Keep on swinging, Charlie. You might give him a cold. But you actually held out, mechanically, you held out the D4 plus 2 rounds of when the guards would show up. And the guards eventually did show up, chasing him away. You saved Hadar from being drunkenly assassinated in an alley.
I think he saved us.
Yeah.
He killed it. He did as much damage as all 3 of us.
I think he did more.
He rolled 1 crit with sneak attack damage.
Yeah, which I also did.
Yeah.
Which I think he rolled better though, so I hit him one other time. And you hit him with your magic missiles.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
That was it. That was
yeah, he ran away.
Uh-huh.
But you did identify him to a certain individual named Jarlaxle Banray, who then
Hatman
donned a disguise and came into the Trollskull Manor to try and convince Amalika to join his faction. And all she had to do was steal a handkerchief from a noble person, or as an improvised thing they later came up with, a possible Volo Gedentharm.
He has it coming.
Oh, definitely.
I know I always say Volo's name incorrectly, so now I'm going to look it up just to be sure. Because
Nobody gives us a haunted mansion and gets away with it.
Yeah, that haunted mansion really worked out for us.
It's true.
Yeah. Get arm.
I like our home. It's better than the street corner.
And you
Oh,
got
yeah. Better than that hostel I was staying at.
And you got a friendly ghost to help you out as well.
I know who I love and Miles hates.
Hate's a strong word.
Oops, sorry. Wait, Wagon. My bad.
So we find ourselves inside Trollskull Manor. You've got, I believe, 1 week left until the theater meetup. And you've got the Winter Shield party coming up as well to send out invitations and whatnot who we want to involve. Also, the following day after the fight with the Dark Elf Assassin, you do notice that there's kind of like this, almost like a bird stand or like a kind of like a hat stand, and you've noticed that there's little flying snakes with like little snakes with wings that are flying around, and a small little note from Davil Starsong that reads, "Gave a small upgrade. Don't worry about opening the windows for them. They can close and lock the windows themselves."
Upgrade. I think he means these flying snakes.
I think they're charming.
Oh, they're not charming. They're definitely full of secrets and lies. He's now spying on us. This is exactly what I was worried about.
Yeah, I don't feel great about this. This doesn't feel great.
Give me either an insight or an animal handling check.
All right. I'm going to do an insight check. Whoa. It's a 18.
18. You look at the snakes and you notice that you see a couple dart off and fly to an upper window, and with their deft little tails unhitch the window hat and the latch on the window.
Aw, so cute.
You get the feeling that this is not the first time they've done this. You see one zip out and you see another one zip in with a small little rolled up bundled piece of paper. And then you see it exchange it with another flying snake. And then that one flies out the window as well.
Little love notes.
They're not, oh my gosh, they're so not love notes.
They're reporting on everything we do.
Or just using us as a new information hub. I don't feel comfortable with this. I gotta say, I was really worried this would come down to this. Xanathar definitely think that they own the place. Xantharine, rather.
But we own the place.
Yeah.
But they paid for everything, so now they think they do.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of the thing I'm thinking they think.
I was just getting used to owning this place, and now you're telling me I don't own this place.
No, we own this place. We just got to get the Zents untangled a little bit.
Blank stares.
I stumped you. All right. I'm working on a plan there. I don't know exactly what to do yet.
Gotta have some strong words.
Chaos party?
No.
Then no one would own this place.
Yeah, this place wouldn't exist anymore.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't think a chaos party is a great idea right now. Like,
Oh
we
my
set
gosh.
up this place.
Who are you?
We have rooms. We have my sex work business.
Did a doppelganger come in and replace Yosef?
Yeah, your
I've got
sex
my
work
new
bathroom.
suit. And also, check this out. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even really doing the sex work. I just call on my unseen servants, and they do it. I've been smoking in the private bath.
So you're violating. Oh no.
People actually seem to prefer them, which, I was a little offended at first, but I get it. They're whoever you want. They'll do what you want. That's what they're for.
This feels
Yosef.
like a violation.
I'm both so disturbed and so impressed.
Right?
Mostly impressed, though, that you want to keep the place and you've moved on from chaos parties.
I haven't moved on from chaos parties. I mean, at some point we'll have to have a chaos party and burn this place to the ground.
Don't
I'll go
feel
back
like
to the
any
cult.
of those
But
words
in the meantime, this is our place
Free of chaos parties.
for now.
How about when the world ends?
And it will.
Yes, exactly.
That is a good time for a chaos
why
party,
don't
that's
yeah,
true.
exactly. We'll have like a, end of days chaos party.
An EDCP.
I don't think we have to decide this now.
That's true.
As long
I'm
as
just
we're
saying
all
it's
on the
like,
same page.
You know, I'm compromising.
Today,
Yeah. All right. I think, well, the first order for business is to probably trick Volo into doing a book talk at Trollskull Alley. We should probably go see him in person to pitch this idea.
Yeah, you know he always hangs out at the Yawning Portal and is easy to find.
back to the yawning portal, huh?
Yeah, Darren could probably point him out for us, no problem.
I keep staring at your shirt.
I have a very good shirt on,
Sorry.
audience.
You can't see it on it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's great.
It's a giant squirrel on a building. It's like Godzilla styles.
King Kong, but a squirrel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Maybe we should edit out the part where Miles describes his shirt.
I
disagree.
My modus operandi for podcasting D&D is I like to see how the sausage is made because
Oh,
to me that's D&D.
this is raw and
It feels very
unfiltered,
Waywalk
folks.
also. For
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
He
the
can speak to
critter.
this small
Yeah.
beast.
He got him
Anyway.
to pose like that.
Okay,
Can you just
back
stand
to
on this
reality,
building?
folks. Let's
Sorry.
get
That's it.
serious about these fantasy lives here. So we go to
The
Yawning
yawning
the
Portal.
yawning portal,
Yeah.
right?
As you step in again, you come on in. It's relatively packed. We'll say it's around lunchish time. The lunch rush is just starting up. Same old familiar faces as per the sheet down in front of you are hanging about. Davil is there. Dernan is there. All the same old familiar faces. Amalika, could you give me a perception check, please?
Mhm. Possibly. Oh no.
Just need a 10.
Oh, nope.
Oh.
It's a 7?
It's a little hazy. Maybe a bit of the pipe smoke and magical smoke is just kind of like hovering in the air a little bit.
You went from outside to inside, and your eyes are adjusting.
Yeah.
How long till our Winter Shield party?
You've
A
got
week?
2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks, my friends. It's us again. Don't forget about that Winter Shield bash. It's wonderful. You won't die, and the place won't burn down.
Give me your choice of persuasion or performance.
I
Your
think
choice.
they're about the same. Nice. It is a 20.
You hear you're kind of like this unanimous cheer, like, yeah, Winter Shield!
Yes.
Trollskull Manor, we're not going to die.
We're not going to die at Trollskull Manor.
I feel like it might be frowned upon to advertise in another establishment like this, but good job
Yeah.
otherwise.
I'm going to
Well,
smooth
I mean,
this over with Darren.
So far, Durnan's been pretty cool about this, right? It's a different
I think he's
district.
still mad at us a little bit.
Darren, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going all right.
I gotta apologize for my friend Yosef over here.
No, it's all right. It's supporting the different wards. I mean, the people that operate in the Castle Ward aren't going to drink too much in the North Ward, and vice versa. I don't mind. It's all right. And besides, I owe you for the troll, and but I'm totally dropping the English accent now. Durnan's now a completely Southern gentleman now.
Wow.
And he says, I do got to say though, you do have an outstanding tab a little bit though.
You're kidding me, really?
You just see him point up to the empty spot up on his bar where the 300 gold bottle of wine used to be.
What? I thought we were good for that. This is a baloney.
I mean, you could have died and we could have kept the wine.
I would have been fine.
You want to end up like our ghost?
Like lift? I think I probably will. I really love this place.
Bartenders love bartending, even from beyond the grave.
And yet they always seem so miserable.
It's a real business dilemma.
He's an enigma.
What can I do you for in here though? What brings you into my shadowy confines?
Well, number one, do you have any lunch specials?
Oh yeah, we got some grilled kraken coming fresh in off the boats.
Amazing.
It's a bit redundant, but there's a side of calamari with it.
Oh,
You see him lean
pretty
down.
funny.
It's still just the kraken, just in smaller bits.
very clever, very clever.
Yeah, it comes with some 2X ale, and that's pretty much it.
All right, well, I'll consider that. And about the wine bottle, well,
I can expect a payment when.
You can expect a payment never. We saved your life.
She does not necessarily speak for us.
Although we all agree with her.
I mean, I think it's a little bit weird of you to put that on the tab, Dernan. But if it's between businesses, I think that we should look at the long form here.
Let me level it out with you. Now, if someone came into your establishment and you had a 300 gold piece bottle of elven wine, and they decided that I'm gonna huck this at a troll, would you not want to be reimbursed?
Hypothetically, did those people save your life?
Oh, I was fine. I was gonna do all right.
No, but see, in our scenario here,
Yeah,
hypothetically,
I would have been dying.
Did they save your life? Because, like, in that case, I'd be like, yeah, that's a fair trade.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, no.
You're a sorcerer. You should.
You got some decent charisma.
But, like, eat my farts! This is the worst.
Yeah, try this die.
Can I?
No. You got what you got.
Need a dice jail already. You just see him kind of like cross his arms and furrow his brow at Amalika. He's like, I'm not saying you got to pay me right away, but at some point, that bottle's got to be replaced.
All right. We'll either replace the bottle or give you the cash. That sounds like a bit of a bar markup, though, with the 200 gold there.
It's 300.
Was it 300?
It was 300.
I don't know. All right, then. Well, is Volo here today?
He's like, oh, yeah, he's in his usual drinking stoop. And by the way, can you remind him he owes me for a couple of nights of rooming as well?
Well, good news. I'm working on a money-generating project for Volo, so we'll see how that goes.
Great, because as much as to use the air quotes, famous author as he is, he's kind of been dodging some bills lately.
How shocking.
Good to know. Thank you, Dernan. To Volo.
Has been great.
You see that Volo is up in in one of the corner booths. He's eating the luncheon special. He's actually got Raynar and Floon with him as well.
Such a great smile.
Floon!
Ting! It's like, oh, hello.
It's so nice to see you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful. Sweetie, sit down for lunch. The Kraken is delicious this morning.
How do you keep such a pristine smile?
Well, I floss every day, twice a day.
Twice
a day.
Ah.
Gotta keep your gums healthy. You gotta brush vigorously. Don't eat any acidic foods or drinks. And a little prestidigitation never hurts anyone either.
Ah, good to know.
Noted.
Volo, nice to see you as well.
Volo looks a little half in the bag, like starting his day drunk a little. He's like, oh, hello.
Who doesn't love a good day drunk?
What is? I can't remember. What's your party name again? I remember Yosef and Amalika and Waywalk, and I can never forget you. I mourn your uncle every day that I get a chance. Takes a little sip of his mug.
Yeah, looks like you've been doing a lot of mourning today.
Oh, I was mourning in the morning. Oh, I'm a little hungover as well.
Oh, geez, that's a double whammy.
Yeah, but what can I do you for? And again, what is your adventuring party name? I never really officially got it.
I've been kind of calling us the Trollskull Trio. But
I love it.
Oh, it works because there's 3 of you. Well, 6 of you technically, but I bet there's 3 in reality.
Oh, yeah, you got some of the... Well, I was trying to cast Blur earlier, so that might be part of it.
Ah, very, very clever. Very good. Very good. What can Volo help you out for? You need an autograph, 25 gold pieces.
Wow.
Well, actually, as you may know, you gave us a property, if you remember that.
Oh, yes. How is it going?
Haunted.
Look, yeah, a little haunted.
Excellent. You see him pull out a little notepad, begins to take notes.
If you need to do an exclusive interview, we'll waive our normal landmark fee, but we will have to charge you for lift's time.
Oh, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll have my people contact your
Well,
people.
we could maybe also work out like a trade.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea, Malika. Oh, what could we possibly trade?
Wow.
Well, I can do autographs, 25 gold pieces.
Well,
that is the value. If you wish to buy a book with it, it's 50 gold pieces because the book is usually 75 gold pieces.
Well, I was thinking maybe that you could do an author event in Trollskull Manor with us.
You see him kind of scratch his chin. And you see Raynar kind of like, you should you should do that, Volo. Yes, you should. You do. That's a good idea. Like, that's a great idea.
And like, have you met Yosef, who is the best marketer?
I will be shilling for your author event. Our Winter Shield party is the word on everyone's lips. And if you want to be associated with our brand, you could boost your social presence as an influencer. Just going to give a quick. Yep, that's 12.
I was going to say, you can make that persuasion roll with advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So roll 2d20 and take the highest.
Oh, even better. It's 15.
15. You see, Volo, yes, I see. I pick up what you are putting down. I am very interested in all of this. This sounds like a wonderful opportunity to help share profits, share proceeds and resources and marketing. I accept. Just tell me when and where, and Volo will be there to do a reading.
I was thinking maybe the night before the play.
Yeah.
So that's like, I don't know, if today's to Monday, that'd be Thursday.
Are you talking about the Rise of Tiamat, the true story?
Yeah, we got tickets.
How did you get tickets? Everyone has tickets but me.
A little connection.
Yeah, friend of a friend.
Well, if any of those connections happen to flake off another ticket, maybe give your friend old Volo a
Yeah, you're helping us. We help you.
This is what I'm saying.
We'll ask our guy
Excellent.
if we can find him.
I would love to see that show. I saw that monstrosity out in the north of the city wall. That's mediocre at best.
Yeah, a friend of mine got killed there.
Oh, like when they say like the first 5 rows are an acid splash zone, they are not kidding.
Oh yeah, I would have cast resistance had I gone.
It's like, all right, so a couple of days time of reading, I shall share the chapters from Volo's Guide to Monsters, bestseller worldwide.
Yeah, I think that'll be perfect.
Excellent. Now, if you excuse me, you see him kind of tip his hat down a little bit over his eyes. Volo needs to have Volo's Guide to Naps right now.
Good one, Volo.
So clever.
So dumb.
Whoever wants to roll insight at the table.
Yeah, I'll roll
I'm
some
already
insight.
not doing so good, so.
That's an
Ooh.
18.
18. Waywalkie, you take a good look at Floon and Raynar. There's kind of a look of concern on their faces of their friend Volo.
Excuse
okay?
Yeah.
Yosef is concerned as well.
Am I?
Startled.
But it looks like they're a little concerned at the state their friend is in.
Raina, you got like a look about you, buddy.
Yeah, yes, we've all had a look about us. Tell you what, it's not a conversation for right now, but a conversation for later.
Well, you know where to find us.
I do, and I'll step in.
Please do.
All right, so you have those plans set. Your suits should be ready at Smurf's tailor.
Ooh, yeah.
3 apples tailor.
Oh yeah, we're in the neighborhood ish. Might as well pick him up.
You show up, and Smurf's like, "Oh, hello," or I'm trying to remember Smurf's voice from last time. Like, yeah. So, you here for your suits?
Yes. We're very excited. We have a big night at the theater, and I think we're gonna look sharp.
Yeah, you're gonna look sharp indeed. And you, Waywalk, you get your brown. Was it brown or black? I can't
I
remember.
got like a black,
Yeah, the silver.
stealthy.
Yeah.
A little discreet black hair.
Yeah, and then Yosef, your green and red combination.
Yeah, it's a real Bowie number.
Yeah.
We're all going very Bowie-ish.
Yeah.
Different phases. Different phases of Bowie.
It's like, all right, tell you what, I like you guys. Yeah, you do me right. I'll cut you a deal for the whole kit and caboodle. 25 gold pieces.
Well, he already gave you like 50.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the DM forgetting completely that you paid for it. Never mind. I wasn't trying to rip you off at all.
I actually gave him 75.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can we have some of that back?
No. No returns at 3 apples.
Can we get like a bonus suit at a later time?
I'll tell you what. When you need a replacement, I'll give you the discount.
All right. Yeah,
And it's got to be like don't go something that prestidigitation can take care of or mending can take care of. I want like you grew out of it, style changes, something happens.
What if it was torn apart in a bloody fight for our lives?
Oh, that would do it. Yeah.
2 suits.
But I'll be able to tell.
How did they do? How'd these suits turn out there? Smurf?
Well, the suits turn out.
Perfect.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
they're-
Oh yeah, we already got them.
Yeah, you are like you try them on to see if they look, and they look sharp.
I can see why my uncle came to you.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And Yosef, yours has the ability as a bonus action. You can cause it to gleam.
Ooh. I'm gonna fire off a couple practice games. Check it out.
Just like kind of like it's almost like
I'm gleaming.
like an electrical charge from like toe to shoulders. Like whoosh, this light just comes racing up and down. Like
What? That is a lot.
This almost makes up for the fact that you didn't get a hat.
Oh, you had to bring that up right at the shining moment. This literal shining moment.
It's like, well, I hope you enjoyed the theater. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you're not sitting in the first 5 rows. It's a joke because they don't do any acid splashes at that one.
Oh, good. I was really with there for a second because I'm not actually sure where our seats are.
Your seats are actually in one of the private boxes.
Oh, right. Oh, so good. Hope we don't get assassinated.
A completely different concern.
You return home with your suits and outfits and ready to go. And we can, if you need, we can speed of plot to the theater night if you wish.
Yes.
Don't we have Volo the day before,
Oh,
though?
roll the day for it. Correct. Yes.
So
So let's star wipe to the event.
Yeah, start with. We've been doing some hype up, like we've been like promoting the event, like Yosef on the street, like Volo, intimate.
Oh yeah.
Evening.
We've
Should we
given
do
him,
a
like,
quick promotional
strict-
roll here?
Yeah, give me a
But, like,
performance check.
Be careful with intimate, like, evening with Volo and also Yosef promoting sex work. Like, just
YOLO, sex work. YOLO's
Crossover.
not washed up.
Time to go YOLO with Volo.
oh, I hate it.
Very successful. That is I'm going to count this as a performance for the record, but it is a 15.
15, very good. So usually it's almost quite surprising, but you see Yosef being industrious at the next couple of mornings where he grabs a milk crate, walks about 5 steps away from the door, pops the milk crate down, and just stands up and starts barking about the upcoming reading with Volo and the sex work that's going to happen inside the Trollskull Manor and the Winter Shield party where no one's going to die. But it seems to be, you can see like the different store owners coming out and popping their heads out the window, taking notice of Volo. You actually notice that Liff is starting to make posters that can hang up just outside the Trollskull Manor
Oh, very clever, Liv.
for the Volo reading.
And before him, all right, Amalka, here's the plan. When you go to sit him down at the beginning of the talk, I want you to distract him, and I will grab the handkerchief.
Okay, let's do this.
Great news, everyone. Everyone's into Volo, and they're even more excited about sex with the dead. Lift those posters. Are you maybe more interested in this
You
in a
just
sort of
Leave him out of
variable
this.
space?
You see on the chalkboard 2 eyes get drawn and then kind of like a squiggle mouth and then like question marks above it.
That was going to be like a deep frowny face.
It's kind of inscrutable, Liv.
I think he's coming around on your whole multi-purpose space idea.
Could be. It's like an author talk. We could have a lot more of these events. Think about it, Liv.
Well, there's people coming in for drinking. They're buying food and seeing Volo.
Seeing some Volo. All right, Volo.
Amalka, as you say that, where you say like it's bringing people in to drink and eat, you notice that a small little beautiful porcelain gold gilded teacup comes flying over to you, and you can smell kind of like that mint and honey smell as it just kind of lands perfectly right in front of you to grab with your fingers.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you. This is very nice. This is a very substantial upgrade from those first days of questionable water. And I mean, I don't get cold porridge anymore, but this is excellent.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I could really use a tea right now. It sounds very soothing on my voice.
Look, he's making posters. Why don't you make your own tea and maybe he'll sweeten up to you a little bit.
All right.
I think this is progress.
You do notice a cup of tea come out. It's not the nice porcelain gilded cup that comes out, but it's a reasonably warm green tea.
Well, Liv, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
See, he's coming around. He's coming around. Hey, Liv, where's my tea?
You actually see a bigger, like one of those what's the name of the coffee shop from Friends? Like one of those big,
Sure.
The big perk, I believe it's called.
the Central Perk.
Central
one
Perk.
of those big, massive, just tea, almost saucers comes out. There's like an orange slice that comes out and it's been like salted at the top and it's got kind of like a fruity minty tea.
Yes, that's my tea.
See, I can't tell what he's trying to encourage you with right now.
He's
I can't tell if he's congratulating you for the good marketing or for the sex work or for trying to proposition him. Like, I have questions, but you know what? I don't think I want answers.
Yeah, no, ghosts should have the mysteries.
Yep.
All right. So advertising's done, and we can fast forward to the night before the big show where it's Volo's reading, and you notice that already about around dinner time the rush hits, but there's definitely there's people hanging around lingering for the sit down of the Volo reading for his Volo's Guide to Monsters, and anyone who's welcome to can give me another insight check.
Wait, have we planned ahead, like who's going to go to his house?
Oh, no, we're just going to steal a handkerchief from him.
Oh, from him. Okay, I thought we were
Yeah.
going to hit up his house while he was there. Okay.
And if you need some time to plan or come up with any other crazy schemes, now's the time to do it.
Let's keep it simple. Just
Yeah.
distract him, and I'm going to sleight of hand it.
It seems like he will probably be drunk. Like,
Yeah,
Well, I think we're
I'm-
going to make him drunk.
oh, yeah.
I'm hoping I'm looking just for some advantage on this roll.
But insight roll first for those that are interested.
12.
I'm going to guess. Let's see if I didn't get a terrible roll.
That was a great roll.
Wait, what do we do? Insight. Oh, 20.
Nice.
19 for me.
So Yosef and Amalika, you definitely hear the whisperings and murmurs from the crowd. It's not so much like, oh my God, Volo is here. It's like, have you heard about Volo recently? Yeah, like this is going to be a train wreck of a carriage wreck of a reading. He is not in a good spot right now.
Great news, Amalika. I hear that Volo is blowing up in a bad way, and everybody wants to see what a shit show this is going to be.
Well, my plan involves leaning into this a bit. So, I mean, this could be interesting. I mean, it'll be memorable.
Everyone loves a dying star.
It's true.
Because deep inside of all of us, we know the apocalypse is inevitable, and watching others fail is a clear sign of the ongoing degradation of life that will bring us all to the cold
so I think
embrace
for maybe
of
tonight,
the Poobashaboo.
let's bring this up a notch. Like let's embrace the party vibe, and let's bring some like positivity to this. Like maybe for now, just tonight, let's play a game where you pretend like maybe the world isn't going to end, at least today.
We got to make people feel like they're not dying.
For today.
For today.
Yeah, because we want them to spend money and like,
yeah.
and
Sex
not
work,
feel
yeah.
exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that Volo is going to be a real disaster, but,
Well, now
If he is, they'll talk about it all night
Exactly.
long.
Yeah, I still want it to look bad on us for doing a bad thing. We'll see how it goes.
yeah, let's just see the type of train wreck.
Frankly, I'm kind of rooting for him now. I don't know.
Well, as you see Liff and you see these chairs and stools begin to be arranged in kind of a seating pattern in the main hall. As the tables are kind of pushed to a side, and it looks like a small little wooden boxes are placed, just kind of like a foot raised kind of stage in the center, just the place where he can sit down. Like this big, nice, comfortable chair is brought to the stage, and a little side table that can hold books and water and whatnot. As you see,
Yeah, it's like a little area here. We probably set a stage, and that way he's performing out to the bar.
you do notice that a lot of the locals from the nearby shops have come in to to watch. You also notice that Davil Starsong has also come in. He's got a couple of companions with him as well, as they seem to be really interested in seeing what Volo has to say.
Davil, I didn't know you were coming.
Yes! I love a good performance. I loved his latest book. I heard he did not do too well and Shelton is trying to bounce back, so I'm here for the recovery story.
So I gotta ask you about the snakes.
The snakes.
You like built an upgrade that has.
The upgrade. You don't need to worry about that.
I'm,
They feed themselves. They clean themselves.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
I'm a little worried about it. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to know what they're doing.
Oh, it's just a communication chain.
Does it have to be near our manor?
I prefer it to be inside the manor. I mean, it's a good place of safety. It's a good hub in the North Ward. It accesses a lot of different places.
I see. I'm just more thinking that I don't want necessarily my people in the the Trollskull Better Business Bureau to think that this establishment is run by the Zentarine.
Well, here's the great thing about that. One, the snakes are not clearly marked. You cannot see any identifying marks on them.
Well, they are flying snakes. That's like your whole thing.
But flying snakes could belong to anybody.
That's
There's so many flying snakes in the world. Can you really know who really owns
Yes.
all the...
That's a real stretch, Davil.
Absolutely.
You do. You own the snake.
Everybody knows that.
We own the bar.
But,
We now own the bar with the snakes.
Yeah.
you do own the bar. I make no claims on the bar. We just...
Don't change the subject.
We want the
We know.
bar. We don't want the snakes.
Well, let's just say the snakes are... Well, we'll make the snakes temporary.
How temporary?
2 months. 2 months worth of flying snakes. I guarantee you, it's nothing nefarious coming in over the snakes. It's all legitimate. We're trying to rebrand, make it look like we're a venerable organization trying to help out society.
Can we get that in writing?
Sure.
Yeah, writing's good. I believe you though, Davil. Can I ask one thing? We did look into that elf murder thing down at the dock.
Oh yes, I'm quite pleased with your progress. It was quite good. In fact, actually, you see him pull out a small little, three small little leather pouches, and he throws them at Yosef, Amalika, and Waywalk. He's like, and that is thank you. I've talked to my cohorts, and you see behind him a half orc, an elf, and a little gnome who looks really scraggy and really raggedy. He's like, and we have agreed that if you need to meet any of the higher uppers of Waterdeep, the well-to-doers, the deal makers, the politicians, we can organize that for you. If you need some potions or magical items, Schemo here can get you at below cost. And we have a couple of money lenders that if you need a loan for anything, we can get you a loan. And our big friend up here, he slaps the chest of the half-orc. He's like, he's the special one. If someone needs to, someone becomes difficult.
So I've very tactlessly just dumped out the pouch. What's in it?
25 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Waywalk, you're in charge, but he gave us money, and I think Schemo has a kind face.
You look over at Schemo, and he's got kind of like a gnarled, looks like a really sunburned nose, or a nose that's been sunburned too many times. Probably a gnome in his mid 200s, closer to the end. You see him kind of try and give that smile. He's got just that wrinkly, craggy face, and he's got black gums and just kind of these rotted yellow teeth that kind of definitely halitosis kind of emits out a little bit. He's like,
what do you think about my face then?
Oh no.
I think it is just the cutest.
I can see we're going to be friends.
well, I think everything's resolved. We're all friends. Let's do something else. And I walk away. I have been mollified.
That's all right. Well, that'll go into the personal coffers of everybody.
I say, I have no money. Let me keep this.
Yeah, you can have that money.
I need an allowance.
All right, Dabble. It's gotta ask. So, what was your interest? Is it the fleet? Is it the
fleet?
Well, the fleet that the murderer was targeting, that he was...
Oh, we just wanted to make sure that murders were not happening in the dock ward anymore.
Did you hit your head?
I'm gonna roll some insight on that.
Sure thing.
Sentence. It's an 18.
He has 100% sincerity behind that.
All right, Dad. Well, maybe you are a different kind of Zensarim. I do know that there's some friction going on in your organization, so
Well, there was some ulterior motive. It was mostly just to help out the City Watch. We figured we could lend a hand in a very dire situation, and we did.
Well, I did.
Well,
and he did, and she did.
On our benefit, but
I mean, to be fair, we didn't really do that great, but still, he doesn't even know that.
We did good. We did.
You didn't do what now? But I thought
it's fine. No, we did great. We did it. It's us.
Are you sure? Because
I am a positive. That
you're not claiming someone else's job now, are you? No, that's plagiarism.
No, that's somebody else's.
That's what Volo does.
Oh, exactly. I was just.
Whoa,
I didn't want to name names. Waywalk it. People are here for a signing.
Oh, Volo rolled a natural 20 on his perception.
Whoa.
Wait, Volo.
And he comes walking over and he says, "Excuse me."
Oh, Volo, I'm just making a joke. Please.
That's not funny.
No, I know.
Creative artists should never accuse others of plagiarism.
Oh, I'm going to see this from the bar, and I'll lift sort of slides like a quick beer over, and I'm like, Volo, everyone's so excited to meet the man of the hour. And I pass him the drink.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yep.
I'm going to say, unfortunately, this one's made at disadvantage because
Ooh.
you said the P word to Volo.
Oh, no.
Everything's
I
cool.
know it was a hot
the
button.
event is going. Still pretty good. It's a 16.
You actually see Yosef just kind of like do that Cary Grant slide in, like, hey, who needs a drink right now?
Yeah, right around his waist, guiding him out.
It's like, it's all original. I went to Schultz to write about ghosts and I didn't see any. I didn't steal anything. It's all original work. And you kind of like, he starts to sob a little bit in your shoulder.
It's all original and sad.
So good.
Very, very good. And like, I'm kind of steering him away, and I look over my shoulder and I do like a come on, people.
Waywalk it. You see the rest of the crowd in the bar also is kind of mimic his, just the presence that Yosef has is also kind of mimicking Yosef. Like, oh, if he's tut-tutting Waywalk it, we should all tut-tut Waywalk it.
This is sizist somehow.
I just want to point out that maybe Yosef isn't the example that we should be following at all times, but I mean...
You see Schemo also say, as a guy who has suffered a lot of sizism, this isn't sizism. That was just mean.
I didn't know he was here. Someone's got to give me a warning. I was just trying to make a joke. I didn't know that was a thing.
He has very good hearing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
For a human. Who knew?
Maybe we should just get him set up and distracted.
Yeah. I think we can still keep with the plan. I'm small, so hopefully he won't notice when I come around.
You
Let's
see
get him-
Schemo say, now that's sizism.
So
I use it to my advantage.
We all do, brother. We all do.
Yeah, you seem all right, Schizo. Wow.
Schemo. My name's Schemo. Schemo
making
Weird
all
Bottle.
kinds of friends.
You do hear actually kind of like the clinking of like various different bottles and jars on his person.
Did you ever work with my uncle? He also had my name, Waywalk it.
We worked briefly. We had a differing of opinions on stuff.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. I didn't hate him, but we didn't get along. It wasn't that we didn't get along. We just didn't agree on some core principles.
Good to know. You cannot trust that man.
I will not. But, all right.
Natural 20 for Schemo.
Wow.
It's like, you can totally trust me.
Roll insight on that.
Please do.
A 1.
No, it's a 10.
Yeah, you can't tell because he's kind of got like that half grimace, half smile, and the teeth are kind of weirding you out a little bit. Like his eyes are magnified by his giant like Coke bottle glasses. It's hard to get a read on whether he's being legit about it or not.
All right.
Well, maybe Yosef gets Volo up on stage and just get him settled. See if he needs any cushions or
Yeah,
anything.
I'll bring the cushion to cushion it over, and that way I'll be in position.
Yeah. And then I think what I'm going to do is, Lift's been teaching me some drinks at the bar.
Ooh.
And I think I'd like him to, we know he likes his drink. We're just going to see if he, wants to do a little, taste test with some of our new beverages.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Volo just is kind of like has his arm around Yosef and like, and I learned so much about the UNT. I stayed in their chambers for probably too long. I saw things I should not have seen, but I learned so much about snake people.
That sounds great.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. The information was invaluable, but oh my lord, do snake people stink.
See, that's the kind of sort of snakish thing that you don't want to just tell me, You want to start strong, have a bit of a personal moment, I bet if you tell this crowd of people exactly how you feel about snake people at a key moment, it's going to really let the truth will set you free.
It's true. I don't think people know that. They hear stories. They see things carved into walls about them. Like they had that whole city of Omu blew up a couple last year filled with snake people, but they don't understand the smell.
The smell.
Listen,
we've got a complimentary drink coming your way that's just gonna loosen that tongue. I'm gonna MC you. I'm just gonna intro you, give you a bit of puff. So you go with Amalika. Have a little drink.
There.
Oh, leave him here.
Yeah.
So you stay here. Amalika's coming. Just sort of sit in the chair Waywalk sets up for you. Look dignified. I'm going to intro you, like I say, and, we'll share some cred, and then go up there, get into them, tell everyone exactly how you feel.
he just leans in kind of close, like, thank you. I will. And he just puts his hand on your shoulder. Yosu's like, I trust you.
Everyone does. So I'm going to give him a big thumbs up.
And then Amalika is going to go over to the bar where Liff is, serving drinks as he does. So she's going to go prepare a tray with several interesting shots. I did not come prepared with some fun D&D themed names.
Do it on the fly.
Ooh.
Do it on the fly.
I can't. Don't say that.
Let's all go in a circle and do one.
All right.
Okay.
We'll start with Miles so Steph can have a...
Sex on the breach.
Ooh.
Well, critical hit is.
Oh, nice.
Second, writing these down. Cool. Hit. Adam.
Wait, it's your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, it's going around. I think I have to... No. I'm going to call it Constitution save.
Ooh, rats. I was hoping I would come up with that. Ooh, there we go. Eldritch Blasted.
Eldritch Blasted. Awesome. I love it. Everyone's going to get inspiration for that one.
Hooray!
What does that mean?
It means at any time you can give advantage to any roll. So for yourself or for another player. So if say you have a replay of that fight from last week and Miles rolls really terrible, you're I'm going to give you inspiration on that and you can roll it with advantage instead.
Nice.
So what were they? Constitution save, sex on the breach, Eldritch Blasted, and critical roll?
Critical hit.
Oh, critical hit. Sorry.
Critical roll is completely different
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So Liff and Amalika mix up a bunch of drinks at the bar. Liff guiding Amalika.
Give me a performance check, Amalika.
Oh, no.
You got decent
You got
charisma.
charisma.
Yeah, you got some charisma.
Yeah, but my rolls are so bad.
Yeah, no, you gotta really switch to that other die.
Wait, what am I doing? Charisma.
Performance check.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So it's a 10.
10's good enough. You see Amalika using the drink shake or the shaker and kind of doing like spins with this other shaker that's just like kind of like also hovering in the air, pouring things in tandem, crossing over and doing like adding a little bit of flair to the bartending. She's still learning, working. It's difficult working with a ghost who's kind of invisible, but she finds her spot and puts on a nice little show. And you see a lot of the eyes have turned towards the bar of Amalika and Lif making shots.
You've learned a lot.
Yeah, Liv's a good teacher. I'm going to call up Tom Cruise. We're going to have like a little like special back here. It's going to be great.
Definitely a half elf.
So Amalika takes the tray of newly made drinks and heads over to the little stage area where Volo is waiting and sitting on his not cushion yet. But she puts the drinks down on the table beside Volo and kind of turns him towards the table and just sets him down. It's like, Volo, hi.
It's like, hello.
How are you feeling?
A little sad. Volo's feeling a little sad right now.
Oh no, you didn't have a good talk with Yosef?
Well, I feel better now, but the plagiarism thing cuts deep on writers. It hurts to think that someone thinks I wasn't original.
Don't worry. I mean, like, Waywalker, he just says things.
Hurtful things.
It's
it
true.
Hurt my feelings.
You know who you should talk to, and you will have so much in common with your current dislike of Waywalker. It's Lif.
Who's
He's our ghost bartender.
Right,
Remember?
the ghost. I didn't know his name. I've only been in here twice.
His name's
This is my third time.
Mm-hmm.
We should have. Does he talk much?
I mean,
is he a talkie ghost?
He has a chalkboard, so he's pretty righty.
He'll understand my troubles then.
He will. You can talk about how much you don't like Waywalker. I mean,
I don't dislike him, but it hurt a lot. It hurt my feelings.
He will understand. He will. There is nobody here who will understand you better, except for maybe the rats. But I don't.
Maybe that should be in my next book, Volo's Guide to Vermin. Oh, it's got alliteration. I love alliteration.
I mean, and if you do wind up, Waywalker, he's sorry. I'm sure he's sorry, but he can help you with that.
He didn't apologize.
We'll work that out. I'll put in a word with him. And, if you do wind up doing a book on vermin, he is very friendly with most of them.
Is he?
Not the ones in this building, but, like, most of them. Yeah.
Oh.
But, on that note, I mentioned Lif, our ghost bartender.
These drinks look delicious.
Exactly. I've been practicing. He's been teaching me. So we've whipped up a bunch of these drinks. And I was just thinking maybe, you could taste test them and let me know what you think. Because, I'm new at this. And, it's...
He's kind of got like that Mr. Burnsian when he sees the $100 bill like that. It's like, yes, I do believe I could assist you in your drinks.
And they're on the house, of course. They're on me. I want you. This is my gift to you.
It's like, oh, thank you. You are so gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a special one-time offer for the entire table can get inspiration again, if Miss Stephanie, you describe what each of the drinks look like.
Whoa.
Oh no. Okay. So I'm going with what I know here. So Sex on the Beach, it's going to be like a peachy color. It's kind of got like a little like cloud in it. It kind of has, it's almost like iridescent. Like there's like, maybe it's like some kind of glittery element to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Sex on the Beach.
It's like, looks wonderful and sparkly.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit like fruitier and like, I think you'll like that one, but I don't know. It depends on, where do you like more sweet or more kind of,
I like something with punch.
Okay, well, this one might be just like a treat. It's like a little treat. I'm gonna say the Eldritch Blasted. That one looks like just like straight up Jaeger. Like that looks like Black Death.
Black Death.
Yeah, it's just like this one's it's definitely gonna give you a little. I would maybe save that one for last.
It looks like I'm not trying to forget my problems, but kill my problems.
Yes, that is literally exactly what it will do.
You see him immediately just take it, like just pours it back and immediately goes like that.
Walk it.
I'm starting to feel bad about this, guys.
Makes his constitution save.
Bring the cushions.
All right, I see the sign to bring the cushion, and Waywalk starts coming up.
So the Constitution save.
Which he just succeeded on.
Yay. Let's see. What's this one going to be? That's just clear liquid. Like, it looks like it could be either, really delicious or just like
A flavorless poison.
yeah, it's a mixed bag, but I assure you, it's very tasty. It's it's got that like nice kind of punchiness of it's strong, but also just has a smooth aftertaste. It's smooth.
Smooth.
I'm
Sorry,
glad
just-
you're making notes on this because I've already
Oh, yeah.
forgotten everything I've said except for Eldritch Blasted, which is death.
The only thing I've written down for Eldritch Blasted is Black Death.
But not to be confused with like the Black Plague. And then Critical Hit. That one looks fun. Like it's like blue and has kind of like some kind of like it's like a layer of blue, which is the majority of the shot, and then there's almost like a layer of like little purple on the top. Like it looks like it'll be a little bit on the sweeter side, but still full of alcohol-y goodness.
By the way, anyone who's listening, if you actually make these drinks, please let us know.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
All right, Volo, I just scooch
Did we
up a
get
second.
inspiration for all of these?
Is that 5? It's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. That's,
4. It was
Oh,
4.
there's 4 people, right?
Yeah.
That's yes. So everyone gains an extra inspiration for
Yes.
Stephanie's wonderful description of drinks we can all get loaded to.
Yay!
That was really good.
Volo, hey, just scooch up a second.
Okay.
These chairs can be really quite.
Give me a perception check, Waywocket.
Probably not. It's a 7.
7? Nope. You see him kind of shuffling around. He's got kind of like that drunk, sweaty gleam to his skin already. His butt crack kind of hangs out a little bit as you shove the cushion underneath him.
Do I see a handkerchief at all?
Give me an investigation check, but use dexterity instead of intelligence.
Yeah, it's actually the same roll for me. Wow. Oh no, it's an 8.
He's got a lot of kind of like folds and kind of like tufts of clothing around the waist area. It's kind of hard to make out what's in his pockets, what's in his pouches. It's all kind of jumbling around in the moment of him shifting around.
Malika steps in, seeing how Volo's reacting to Waywocket, and she takes the Constitution save, which is again a clear liquid, and kind of just it's like, here, try this one next, but then and she accidentally spills it on him, and just like, oh my gosh.
It's like, oh no, it's an accident.
No,
It's
I'm
an
so
accident.
sorry. Do you have
It
I
happens.
don't have a napkin with me. Do you have?
He's like, don't
Do you have
worry.
your handkerchief?
I have spell casting abilities, no problem. And you see him cast prestidigitation, and the liquid, although clear, just flies off of him. Whoops.
What a waste.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. He's a level 1 spellcaster.
God damn it. Why does that have to be the one spell you have?
Every wizard should have prestidigitation. Just my own personal opinion.
That's so great.
Like it's I can teach it to you. Are you learning?
I have it actually. It's very, very handy, especially when you're in like the sewers and you're out of the sewers and you're just like, I got
yes.
this stuff on me from the sewers, and you don't want it.
Poop is really hard to get off unless you know magic.
It's true, and it's smelly.
Yes.
Like
It's like,
Well,
but
no,
I guess I should get ready. Thank you for the cushions and Waywocket. I forgive you for calling me a plagiarist.
I that means a lot to me, Volo. I didn't mean it. I swear to God, I was just trying to make an off-color joke. It's not my forte. I'll stick to.
you actually might be able to help him. He's thinking about writing a book on vermin.
Oh my gosh, I can speak a little bit of small beast.
She. This is what Amalika was saying. This would do, and I've already got the title Volo's Guide to Vermin.
I like it.
Alliteration.
It always sells. That's
And you'll
what we.
get credit as a consultant.
Oh,
true.
Well, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You know, I firmly believe in alliteration. As you know, Sparks and Sprockets was the name of my family company. We love the alliteration. It helps stick in the memory. It's great.
I think only good things will come of this night.
We're ready for the intro.
Aren't you feeling though like a little sweaty, Volo?
I am a little sweaty. You actually see him pull like a handkerchief and try dabs under his chin, on the side of his head, and his forehead, and a little bit. It's this bright scarlet handkerchief. When you notice that in like an even kind of like brighter ruby red is embroidered VG in the corner.
Oh, here, let me adjust that cushion for you, and then I'd like to try to sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
I'm gonna spend the inspo on this. Gah. Sweet,
nice.
It's a 25.
I'm willing to bet Volo's perception is not that high. We'll find out.
Some freak perception. So
It is 12.
okay,
Either roll would have worked.
Yeah.
can I time out? So like inspiration, you get to roll 2 dice for
Yeah, so you
and
can
take the better.
take the
So
better.
it's essentially doing like advantage.
It's getting you gained
Okay,
advantage.
okay.
So
But
yeah,
you can
you
also give it to other people as well.
Yeah, so I spent the inspiration to give myself advantage.
and
on
it's
my roll.
only one. You
And
only
you had
get
to
two.
spend it beforehand, right?
We're
So-
loosey goosey.
Yeah, in the rules as written in D&D, you're supposed to declare it before, but John has been generally very generous on that as a DM. So like if you roll bad, it's important you can spend your inspiration.
It's more of like I think it's more fun and more dramatic to go like, oh, and it's another resource you got to manage. But
It's like a mulligan.
Yeah, I think it's more fun and lets you kind of play up like those heroic moments. That's at least that's my philosophy for
Okay,
gaming.
All right.
cool.
When
Sorry.
I see this happen, I'm going to
Or-
zoom in and be like, all right, time for your intro. So you sit there, I'll stand there and draw the crowd. Before this happens, I just need a quick refresh. Who are you and why are you famous?
You see a look of like Vola's face goes almost white, of like it's like you've just killed his dog in front of him. He looks shocked and aghast at who he is and why is he famous. As he's holding,
I'm registering none of this. I'm just smiling at him like,
one second, let me get the prop for it.
And you got
There's
the
props.
handkerchief, yeah? Cool, excellent.
I got it, Malika. Yeah. I'll keep it really quiet though.
On the DL.
Yep. That's why you have your library close, as he literally holds up the Volo's Guide to Monsters and points it in your face. I wrote this.
I thought you wrote about ghosts.
No, that's the book that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the book you're
You
promoting?
can't pay any mind to him.
Joseph
He's
is
new here.
Joseph is not from Faerun at all. He's fresh off a boat. But what he's trying to get out of you is just a good author talk intro to explain to everybody here. Not everyone reads about guides to monsters.
They should. They really should.
Well, now you gotta tell the people why they gotta know about the monsters.
Why don't you give them one? What word would you use to describe yourself as a creator? Like, what one word do you want to start this conversation? Shout it.
Brilliant. And you see him shouts it out, and like the crowd's kind of like gathered and mulled around the front, and they're kind of like, oh, shocked at like, oh, I guess he's starting. And I'm like, I'm brilliant.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Evening. So I'm a little thrown by everyone suddenly, but I like quickly recover. I give myself a little shine and I say, friends, gather round. So, you know me. I'm Yosef of the Trollskull Trio, as we're calling ourselves.
Joseph, give me a perception check.
Oh, 20.
Oh, yeah.
Can
On the back wall, you can see, and Waywocket recognizes these two immediately, is the two, the high elf and the human you've seen in like their scarlet clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Arms crossed, and just giving you dagger looks.
Many of you have come tonight looking at us with adoration for our heroic exploits and our sweet bar. Some of you keep coming looking all sour face in the back. And, I just want to say that if you have something to say, you might as well say it, but later. Because tonight on the stage, we have Volo. And he's written a book about ghosts. Anyway,
That's coming up.
ghosts. So when Waywocket proposed to me the idea of a low-key party, I was skeptical because ghosts, like they're dead, you can't see them, maybe they want something, who cares, Like, who would ever want to spend their time in this dwindling existence, in these rotting bodies,
Wrap it up.
in this rapidly decaying
Wrap it up, buddy.
universe, reading some dusty old book about
Positive
ghosts.
conversation.
But in
Positive.
the positive way, I've been spending a lot more time with my personal ghost servants, and I've learned much.
Bring it back to Volo.
Ghosts
To Volo.
have names. They
Joseph.
remember their lives. They're
Joseph.
actually quite fascinating.
Volo.
And who better to tell us about them than an expert on ghosts and also apparently monsters and so many other things is our friend Volo. And for 75 dragons tonight, you can buy his book, a signature autograph copy, and learn all about ghosts. And for an additional 5 dragons, you can fuck one. So bring him up here. Our friend, your friend, a real brilliant celebrity, Volo.
We gotta give him the script next time.
No. I really thought it would be okay.
I don't know why we thought
I
that.
don't know either.
Okay, so
We got a false sense of security with his marketing, I think.
so based on, you don't need to roll for that. That was amazing. First of all, bravo. That was
Yeah, that was really
amazing.
funny.
So between Amalika and Waywocket, I'm going to need one of you to do an insight check and one of you to do a perception check.
I'll take insight if you take perception, because that's my skill.
Whoops.
Ooh,
Natural 20.
Wow.
Not doing the worst.
Okay.
So Amalika, you see during Yosef's preamble speech that Volo has taken 2 of the shots, the critical hit and the Eldritch blasted.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, no, that
No, Eldritch blasted.
no, that was used already. Sorry,
No, we lost the...
We lost the Constitution save, so
yeah.
he's had the sex on the breach.
Yeah, he had that one first.
Yeah, and then the Eldritch blasted.
Yeah. So he takes the last 2, downs them both at the same
Well,
time.
only has one because
Wait,
he
critical
spilled one
hit.
on him.
Right.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
he takes it, downs it, and he does not look like he's in a good spot. He looks like he's made one too many trips to the bar.
I rolled a 10 on my insight, by the way.
The crowd is absolutely enthralled by what Yosef is saying up on the stage. Like you can't read whether it's like this is going terribly or this is going exceptionally well, but they are
It's going.
entranced.
Yeah, it's like the one or the other. It's like dating. It's either really good or really bad. You don't want anything in between.
And you'll
Yeah.
find out at the end of it.
Yeah.
in the reviews.
Oh, geez. Well, this is going someplace.
Yeah.
I don't know about Volo, though.
Volo looks like he's kind of like slumped back in his chair a little bit. He pulls out his Volo's Guide to Monsters with the collector's edition cover on it. You see him flip open the page, takes out his handkerchief and wipes some more sweat from his
Wait,
face.
didn't we steal the?
I already stole
Oh,
his
sorry.
handkerchief.
Sorry.
So he's just extra sweaty.
Yeah. You actually see him he pulls out a bit of his shirt because he doesn't realize that his handkerchief is gone.
Oh my God.
Gets to grab his
He
sweat.
like pads around for a bunch.
Amalika kind of like sidles up to him and Bim's like, do you want like a napkin?
I'm fine. You see him
him a
slap
quick
the
prestige.
slap the book
I'm not
closed.
doing that to his sweat.
And you see him kind of lean forward, putting one elbow on one knee, kind of makes a fist with his other hand, like, let me tell you about snake people.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we should get him.
Smelly, stinky snake people. They are the worst of the worst. Have you ever tried to live with snake people? Oh.
Who got him talking about snake people?
I did. This is gonna be a real.
Joseph.
The UNT you were saying.
They are a menace to society. They blew up their own city a year ago. Did we not see the news about that? You can't trust snake people.
That's the news. That was the news.
Should we get him
They have a
some water?
musk
Uh-huh.
that just sticks to everything. You can't even, like, you need to cast prestidigitation like 50 times just to be rid of the smell. And that's a lot of cantrip casting.
But what do they want, Volo?
They don't know. It depends on the snake people. They're so diverse and varied and have their differences among themselves. I can't believe.
But isn't that interesting?
No, it's not. They stink.
Oh,
They
no.
smell. And you can see immediately the crowd is taking a sour note to Volo.
Rocket, I think we should get him a glass of water.
What do you think about the Arakawa?
The bird people?
Oh,
Stuck
no.
up bird people flying in the sky so high with their feathers and air of superiority.
Why don't you just read directly from the book?
These are just merely notes. I'm giving you the true experience, the truth about. And everyone can give me an insight now.
That's 19.
17.
Ooh, 16.
Everyone can immediately feel the crowd just like starting to turn. You hear various whispers like, "My aunt is an Arakoa." Like she, like I've met some very nice UNT. Like
You
they
know
are not.
what?
Wait, where did you meet a nice UNC?
I think we should maybe have an intermission. I think there's like an intermission. Wait, Margaret, you don't have an intermission?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Volo, you've been speaking for so long. Let's take a quick 15-minute intermission and we'll get the book sales going. If you want a signature, take a number from Liff, and
Like who's
we
Liff?
will be back. Oh, go to the bar and just ask for a number. It will be produced for you. It's really amazing.
You immediately see from under the bar just like a little bowl of like tickets. They have little like 1 through 100 on them essentially.
You're doing great, Liff.
I've been doing this a while.
And you know who doesn't say things that you don't want to hear? Our ghostly prostitute friends.
Oh,
Come
all right.
and visit me.
You've done enough damage.
Spend
Oh, boy.
a very restorative time during our 15-minute interjection.
So as the crowd breaks, it's organized chaos at best.
Oh jeez.
Who's got someone give me who's ever closest to Volo, give me a medicine check.
I don't know who of us is.
I have a +2 in medicine, which is not nothing in medicine.
It's not a negative.
It's not a negative. It's a 7.
It's a 7. He looks flush and flustered.
Oh.
He's just kind of leaning on you hard. The shots that Amalika gave him are just coursing through his system. Definitely has some poisoning. And then just kind of as you ease him off the stage, kind of like that jolt that goes through his bottom heel and ricochets all the way through his body, just a little bit of like,
Oh, geez. All right.
give me a dexterity save.
It's always a party here at Trollskull Manor.
It's a 16.
16, you successfully dodge out of the way of the vomit. Does hit the floor. Immediately you can see kind of like a wet mop come out from behind the bar.
Oh my god.
Liff is on it. Liff is on
He's
it.
so fast.
Amalika kind of talks to Liv and asks him when he's done to bring over some bread and water for our friend.
All right, let's go get some fresh air, Volo. That was a tight set.
It's like, I was told to tell the truth and my feelings about snake people, and I just thought I would.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see that there's some UNT supporters out there. In my experience, they tend to be purely about the end of the world. Actually, they're a lot like Joseph in many ways.
It's like, well, that's the thing. They have so many different religions. They have so many different things to believe in. I got to apologize. I don't feel that way. I'm just things have not been going well.
I think we can bring this back. Let's do maybe like a little Q&A as you sign some books.
That could be. I don't know about Q&A. Volo, come clean, buddy. Your friends, they seem concerned about you. What are your friends? What's going on, man?
You see him like that drunken fighter just kind of like tries to lean in closer, but has to like hunch down, and like that smell of like booze and vomit just kind of like wafts out towards you. It's like, things are not going well. Shh.
I will not tell anyone except for maybe Amalika about that.
That's fine. I trust her and Yosef and I suppose your ghost friend as well. But
He's not going to tell anybody, I'll tell you that.
my
He'll take it to the grave.
my Cholt book did not do well. In fact, it didn't even get made. I took an advance on it, and I didn't finish it.
So you're saying you're a little short on the money.
I am. I'm still waiting on the advance from the guide to the spirits and specters, but I have to apologize for that. That was... I say things when I'm angry and drunk, and I was just taking it out on the Yuan Ti and the Arakoa. They're not all bad and evil. Some of them, they're just trying to live. They have religions and ways of life. I took it out on someone who did not deserve it. I'm sorry.
Well, that you don't have to apologize to me. I think we can salvage this, though. How about take some deep breaths and out, and one more time in and out again.
Burp.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, this is maybe not the best night ever for a book talk, but I think if you just think sober thoughts and go with a more positive message, and you can change your story. Also, maybe think about tomorrow when you wake up. Don't drink all day.
But it's the only way I don't feel my feels.
Yeah, you might need to feel some of your feels, though. That's the problem.
I don't want to.
No one does.
Lift's gonna come, or rather, like a little platter of bread with some water, and bring it to Amalika, who hands it to Volo, and kind of like mothers him a little bit, and it's just kind of like, okay, take this, take this bread, eat this bread.
Like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, and
Like
take some of this water.
That does feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, so cold. It's so refreshing.
He's so good at getting the finest of things for people he doesn't hate.
Yeah. He's really good. Most of the time. So how about think about your life and think about your work, and be less bitter about it. Why don't you go back to the successes? Think about the most exciting adventures you had in writing Volo's Guide to Monsters. You must have been almost attacked by something.
I was attacked many times by many different things. There's giants, gnolls, kobolds.
What's the best story you got that you've never told an audience?
One time,
Uh-huh.
escaping a den full of gnolls.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you stay there, and then we're gonna bring that back to the audience, and we're gonna be there. I'm gonna give you some prompts, and you're gonna go hog wild, and then we're gonna sell some books, buddy.
It's like, okay.
But eat more of that bread
Yeah,
and
definitely.
water first.
Chow.
We still got some intermission time left.
You got a power 10 minutes right now.
Cut to Yosef inside the bar. It's quite got the den and murmur of background noise of people just talking like, oh my God, can you believe the things he just said?
Mm-hmm. Yosef's making out with an orc.
Big underbite and tusk.
Yeah, huge. Just like getting slobber like all over your face. Yeah.
He's got a ring in his nose. He's got some tattoos on his chest and definitely like some war scars all over his body. And you feel a distinctive, like very stern, forceful tap on your shoulder.
Sorry, what?
You still feel the tapping waiting for you to turn around.
Excuse me. Hello?
It's the two characters you've seen in like their scarlet and crimson clothing, and they're again staring daggers into you. One of them holds up an envelope. It's got this. It's a red envelope with like this golden bow around, almost like a Christmas wrapping, and presents it to you.
So before I read this, my read on the situation is that you're both in love with me. It's rotted your marriage, and you're now following me around town because your lust for me has driven you both insane. And I just want to say, I respect that. And I open the envelope and I read it.
You see them both look at each other and then just turn around and walk out the door.
So what's it say on this envelope?
It says you are cordially invited to meet the leader of the Boudoirs Guild, B, at the most convenient time possible.
Waywocket, these two people whose lust for me has ruined their marriage and driven them insane gave me this.
That sounds very plausible.
What does it mean?
You know the Boudoirs Guild.
All right. You know how we talked about this earlier, where guilds run the city, and you've been operating outside. There's a guild for the sex work.
Sure, but I mean, I took that to mean living sex workers. So I use my entrepreneurial skills to discover a loophole in the market.
You're like an undead pimp.
Well, they maybe don't know that, so you might have to do some explaining.
Well, as I'm sure you've seen tonight, explaining is what I do best.
Oh, geez, I better go with you.
And then I leave Waywalk with the letter, turn back to the orc, can go right back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with you when you see those guys. And don't bite his tongue. I can't have that kind of violence in here.
You see the orc pull away from Gronk think 3 a crowd and just kind of pulls you down the bar a little bit.
He's got a point, Waywocket.
I know when I'm not wanted. All right, Volo.
So the second act of the Volo book sign actually goes surprisingly well. He first comes out and apologizes profusely and gets very honest, very similar to the conversation he had back out in the alley about life not going well. And he's blatantly honest, I did not finish the Chult book.
It's a jungle out there.
Literally, have you been? It's almost impossible.
I would never go there. It's a literal jungle.
You'd have to be tricked or stupid to go there. It's just insane. But then he starts talking about the diversity of the Yuan-Ti and the various religions they have, and you kind of get this feeling that they're not all inherently evil. Some follow evil religions, but they're the same as anyone else. They have hatchlings, they have offspring, and they just want the best for their life. Sometimes that's rendering in Dendar the Night Serpent to bring about the end of the world, and sometimes it's just finding enough food in the temple to make it to tomorrow for your kids.
I had no idea, but all this stuff is so fascinating, Volo.
And he goes in the family structure, and he's just saying I took my anger out on them and it wasn't right. And you kind of you don't even need to roll inspiration, but you kind of feel the crowd just now kind of turning and kind of supporting. He's just opening up and being very sincere, and he begins to talk about the more funnier and jovial stories about trying to escape the Knoll Den, where he had to dress up in the carcass of a bull and pretended to be an undead cow.
You didn't.
And he had to undead moo his ghostly moo, boo moo, and it freaked all the gnolls out, and he snuck out of the den, just within an inch of his life. Various stories like that, but he definitely does the apology and kind of rights the wrong he just previously did. And you do notice for we'll say the 90 minutes that he's talking and answering questions, doesn't take a drop of alcohol in that time.
This went both very bad and then very good.
We turn it around.
You did good, Waywocket.
Thank you. I think it was a team effort. Lift. Good work on the bread.
I don't feel like we can credit Yosef with the team effort in this unless we're also counting the very bad part of it.
Well, that's what you get with Yosef. We have multiple problems with him, by the way.
One of them, he's about 3/4 naked in the corner of the bar, furiously making out with an orc.
Oh, geez.
It's not subtle. It is not subtle at all. The orc is big enough that he's not bumping into people, knocking over stools.
You have a room!
The ghosts are using it. We're turning a profit.
You have a bathroom!
The orc pulls away you have room?
And ghosts.
Ghost room? Gronk, go. And he just grabs you by the shoulder and drags you upstairs.
I'll see you later. Tell me how it went.
Don't use my bedroom. Or Alvin's.
Or mine.
The common room is fine. Or the den. or the hall.
You're just
Or
like
the
yelling up the
library.
empty stairs. At this
Also, the
point.
library and study are fine.
You hear like the sound of like a cabinet being pushed over upstairs.
Definitely some some wood breaking and maybe some glass shattering a little bit.
We just fixed this place up.
Oh, if this goes well, maybe we'll have the money to replace it. Or just we'll take it from Yosef's cut.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to need money to sterilize everything after.
That's what prestidigitation's for.
I don't think our magic even wants to touch that.
So the rest of the night goes well. Someone who's not having coitus with an orc right now, roll me a percentage dice.
I'll take that. I have them right here. Not the best, sadly. It's a 32.
All right. And Steph, I'll get you to roll me 2d10, please.
Thanks. Wait, what? Those are D10s?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh. 50 and 0? What does that mean? 50?
Yeah, that would be 50.
Okay.
All right. So through the course of the night, we're going to need someone's going to do math that we'll do later on. But the book sales go really well. About 500 gold pieces worth of books and autographs are sold. And Volo, because he's feeling mighty generous, gives you 32, I was rounded to 30% of
30% of them. So yeah, that's it's 150 gold.
Nice.
Yes, I think so.
As the crowd clears out, closing time comes around. Liff helps dim the lights in the bar and help clean up. And it feels like it started off kind of shaky, but a relatively good night of an open book session. And we take our first break there before we attend the theater.
How much did I make from my ghostly sex work schemes?
Roll me 2d10.
Ooh. No, this one and this one. An 8 and a 6.
8 and a 6, so you make 86 gold off of
Nice.
that.
Side hustles.
All right, and we will take a break and see you very soon.
Woohoo!
Poor Volo, but who doesn't love a good redemption arc? Thank you so much for listening. We are at the halfway point. It has been a crazy night, and Trollskull Manor looks like it's finally pulling itself together. It's becoming, what is this, a reputable and well-known business inside Trollskull Alley, and garnering allies and support from the community. What happy things happening in an adventure in Dungeons and Dragons. This is almost unheard of. My goodness. It's not all the time that you see a happy story or a redemption story get told in Dungeons and Dragons. So it's good to see. It was awesome to see the characters roleplay that out with Volo, and it was great to see them kind of relight that inspiration fire, kind of put the motivation back inside Volo and get him writing again, get him exploring again. An unexpected turn and a great showing of what Trollskull Manor can be, and just the chemistry of the group you can feel is really coming together. And I hope everyone had fun listening to it, because we had a great time recording it. We are at the break, which means it's time to do our two usuals. The first is, of course, always the Toronto Comic Arts Festival, which is going to be running from Saturday, May 11th to Saturday, May 12th. It's right in the heart of downtown Toronto. If you want to celebrate comics and its arts and the artists there, and you want to buy some awesome art from the various vendors and comic artists there, then this is the place to be. It is super free. It's more than free. It's super free, because you're going to have a really good time. It's located right in the downtown core of Toronto, right at Yonge and Bloor at the Toronto Reference Library. You can check out all their information at torontocomics.com. It'll have all the information for the exhibitors, for the program, for satellite locations and everything like that. So head on over there, check out the webpage, find out what panels and what discussions you want to go attend. But I think it's going to be really cool, and I think it's going to be really fun. And when we can get that information out to you, we absolutely will. The other is a trusted favorite of the Diecast podcast. It's the Unconventional Gaming Convention. That's going to be this year, in the year of 2019, September 14th. Again, Southern Ontario is the hippest and coolest place to be in the summer for conventions and nerd stuff. And that's going to be in Peterborough, Ontario. That's good. It's lovely in the fall time in Southern Ontario. Or end of summer, beginning of fall, right around that transition time. But they are currently, if you are in the area, they are currently have their applications open for GMs and DMs to submit and see if you want to run a game. It doesn't have to be D&D. It can literally be anything. Send in an application, let them know who you are, and if you can make it, it'll be a lot of fun. I went there last year, DM'd a couple of games. Brendan went there last year, and it is fun. It is inclusive, and it's one of those good feeling cons where you walked in and you got to meet everybody and you got to share a game with everybody, and it was a ton of fun. I can't recommend it enough. So if you're in the area, come on into Peterborough, Ontario for the Unconventional Gaming Convention. It's a ton of fun. If you want to run a game, send in your application. They are looking for people. You can find their application on their Twitter account at Uncon Gaming PTBO, or you can find all the relevant information at uncon.ca, and they can help you out in any questions you have about the event. I recommend you go. I'm going to be there. Others are going to be there. And it's going to be a ton of fun. Also, starting in May, technically it's May 1st, but starting for the rest of May, we're also going to be shouting out some other D&D podcasts you may want to check out. So if you feel your library is not full of enough tabletop role-playing games, then we will be shouting out a couple of other podcasts that you should pay attention to. Dungeons & Dragons is, of course, a great one that you should be following right now, as they are ending. I believe they just posted their last episode for the Rise of Tiamat, and what an epic saga they have all been on. So I recommend you go check that out. We'll be doing some more official shout outs next week, but that is it. A quick one for the mid-break, as we're going to get right into this attempt to enjoy the theater. What could possibly go wrong in the theater? Nothing ever bad happens at the theater, right? Questions? Y'all are not maybe for this week. So that is it for us this week. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can find us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please give us a follow. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast, whichever is the most convenient for you. And please leave a review, leave a rating. It does actually help us out a lot. Helps out with traffic a whole bunch. And just let us know how we're doing and how we can improve for y'all. And as always, on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. Also on YouTube, youtube.com/Diecast Podcast. We are there just to put up old videos if you want to catch up, if you want to revisit the old favorite moments or just have something fun playing in the background. We are there. I hope everyone enjoys spring. Hopefully the weather is changing where you are. It's still a bit snowy in Toronto, still a bit chilly, but wherever you are, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you find a family member, tell them how you feel and give them a hug. And we will see you next week, hopefully without all these distortions and crackling, but that is what it is. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. I love everybody. I'll see you next week. Are back after, I'll let the players decide. Successful night?
Yeah, we brought it back.
Yeah, I think actually a total success. Volo's gone, like everyone's out of the bar.
Yeah.
No one's eavesdropping.
No, it's hard to eavesdrop because there's just like a rhythmic kind of like violent pounding going, but not like on the floor, but it sounds like ceiling, wall, floor, table crack. You can't really tell what's happening.
From everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, it's kind of just shaking the core of the building. Like if you could see a ghost right now, even Lift looks a little like, is this okay?
Can I grab a broom? Is the ceiling very high? Can I just like...
You tap on the ceiling, a little bit of dust comes down, but that's actually more because of like the vibrations that's coming from above you and not the actual tapping itself.
I made it worse and not better.
Yeah, we got to prestidigitate that whole ceiling.
Yeah, is there something stronger though? Like it's just, we'll figure that out when he's done.
Give me a Constitution or just a straight up Constitution check.
Jeez.
The classic D&D.
Oh, it's an 18.
It goes all night.
Oh no!
All right, well, we'll tell him the good news about the handkerchief in the morning. Let's just hope he's not in the bedroom, my bedroom specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we still. Where's your room again? Are you on the second?
I think I'm on the second floor.
Oh, I have
No,
to.
actually, I'm on the. Oh yeah, no, I'm on the second floor. There's me and Alvin.
You know what? Can I just sleep in your den tonight so I don't have to?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I really only take up about a third of the bed, so I can just crawl up around your feet. It's no problem.
I don't want to.
You do notice that as you go up to the hallways, it's almost like an elephant just came tumbling through. There's like dents and cracks in the side of the wall. Some of the paint has been cracked a little bit as like there's been a rough procession through.
And here I thought we got the whole idea of chaos parties out of his head, but look at this.
We're going to have to get a cleric in here to not only exercise the place, but also cast a lot of mending.
Someone give me an arcana. Actually, Amalek, give me an arcana check.
Okay. Oh boy.
Or history or religion, either. One of those three.
The key word was 3.
So let's go with Arcana, which is 4.
There were 3 bursts of it. So.
Oh boy.
You don't have any. I'll get Waywalk to do a history, Arcana, or religion check as well.
Let's do Arcana. It's a 19 Arcana.
As soon as you say exorcism, you realize, oh, that's how I get rid of Liv.
No.
That was something that most people know.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't need to roll for that. I think I actually suggested it.
Oh, did you?
Actually, using my regular voice. I think I maybe suggested that in the first episode we got that.
Yeah,
I may
think
have.
That's where.
Oh no, that's because that was also one of the reasons why Liv
hates him.
Hates me. Yeah,
yeah.
because I was suggesting maybe a minor
change the store and exorcism. Like, well, you're on my hate list now.
It's just coming around, man.
Yeah, I mean more for like the sex ghost, not for Liv.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm worried about this. I don't feel like they're willing participants in this so much as
Unseen servants.
Yeah.
I mean, the unseen, I don't know if they're unheard. Only Joseph knows, I suppose.
Are they unhappy?
Yeah, I feel like he's a morally good. Asima?
Let's not dwell on this.
The point is, I'm not going in there.
I'm not going in there.
Definitely.
We'll fix this wall.
Yeah.
Everything. We'll fix everything.
Definitely.
Again.
Yeah, don't want to anger the orc. I'm very small.
I'm very tired.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, the morning comes around. Liv does have fresh bacon,
Yes.
scrambled eggs, fruit baskets, fresh baked pastries. There's cinnamon buns and rolls and small little key lime pies ready for everybody.
God.
So it's on a very lovely spread. I guess the success of the night, and it's like a nice light green table setting, and there's like kind of like a visual cornucopia, like a centerpiece on the table full of flowers and stuff like that, which is really hard to get in the wintertime as a ghost.
Really nice. Like you're like stepping up your game. This is A+.
Yeah, were you like reading a magazine or something? This is incredible.
Does Pinterest exist here?
He's an elven bartender that's been present in this bar for a couple hundred years. You pick up a thing or two.
Your taste is impeccable.
And Waywalk it, your porridge is warm.
Well, incremental steps. Thanks, Liv.
Better. It's better. He brought you tea?
Yeah, no, he did bring me. I don't think it was poisoned.
I mean, you're alive.
I'm alive.
Guess who's 86 dragons richer? Good morning, best friends.
Well, that's
You're gonna need to use literally all of that for the repairs.
Well, money comes in, money goes out. I bought that suit for 75 dragons. Now I've got 111 dragons. It's the ebb and flow of business.
Oh,
I've created a monster.
also,
Well-
he's less concerned with the whole, like, I gotta save this for the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's
Change.
it's a change. Yeah, I feel like the city has definitely altered your perceptions.
Well, the apocalypse will happen whether I want to or not. I will definitely save the cult with all this money I've been raising.
And fancy
so-
clothes.
Yeah, fancy clothes.
They're gonna be
We're
so
going to the
saved.
theater. Fuck that orc. I don't know. Like, I'm feeling really good about our whole business trajectory because one thing I've learned about pimping is that it's easy.
I think there's literally a song called It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
Well, whoever wrote that song doesn't know what they're talking about.
Well,
Really does.
breakfast.
someone who definitely does know what they're talking about is the Boudoir Duel, and they definitely might have you killed if you continue down this path.
Oh, those people who are in love with me and obsessed with me. Yeah, you want to go? We could maybe drum up some business.
Now, I definitely want to go tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to the theater today. I
Yes.
don't want it to ruin my afternoon. I'm very hyped.
Did your orc friend leave, by the way?
Yeah, does Lift need to bring another plate here or
Do
what?
we need to
You
maybe
do hear
just like
some-
escort him out?
You do hear some heavy-handed footsteps coming down the stairs, like thump, 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 and still half-dressed, clothes just kind of torn, like hanging down around the waist of his body, comes out.
That's a lot of muscles.
Yeah, I'm like, did you do that to his clothes, or is he just like, were those like that?
You know, things happen. Gronk, you want a bucket of coffee?
You see Gronk just grab essentially the plate of cinnamon rolls in his hand because it just encompasses it, grabs it up, just puts it on plate and all, crunching a porcelain and cinnamon by the same time. Gronk, no stick around. Gronk have thing to do. And then just walks out the door.
If you ever want a job, as a bouncer, you know where to come. Literally.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Wait, Walkie, you see a frowny face get drawn on the chalkboard.
Listen, sometimes you gotta make a sexual innuendo joke, Liff, especially when it's easy.
I think
If you could see Invisible right now, just shaking his head.
I
You can tell he's
I
doing
somehow
that.
can see invisible.
But there is, I'll say, light damage to the inside of Trollskull Manor, which will affect your next roll for when you gotta claim the bill, see how much income the manor has made.
Fair enough. That's coming out of your square of the profits. Or actually, maybe even your own till, because the company did pretty well last night. We had a 300% growth evening. So, pretty good. That was not a sexual innuendo joke that time.
Well, we owe you a lot, Waywalked. I thought this was going to be a total downer, a big snooze, an absolute failure, and it was actually a pretty so-so party.
didn't you think that it was going to be an absolute mess and encouraged it to do so?
You know, I thought that I pushed Volo out of the edge. Others would find comfort in their shame, and while reflecting on their own shames, drink harder and spend more money. But what I learned last night is that people like an inspirational story and to feel happy and pretend for a brief shining second that the universe is not an uncaring void that is swiftly unraveling. And I think we can use that energy to turn a profit. Plus, how about that speech I made?
I don't think that was the whole selling point for the evening. I mean, you have become, admittedly, an excellent marketer. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, but like, I think we need to maybe script his speeches. We need to maybe
Maybe
like,
a guidance,
little bit, like
you know.
some like notes on like talking points.
Yeah.
Catchphrases, buzzwords.
Those will help for sure.
Yeah, and like the positivity, like that's very
Positivity.
good.
Trollskull Trio. I said that a couple
Yes,
times.
That was
yes,
great. Yeah,
Feel like
very
people are
good.
saying it around the bar.
Yeah, if you keep saying it, people will say it.
But just, like maybe tone down some of like, well, like the
End of the
other
world
stuff.
thing, the end of the
Yeah,
world.
Remind people.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah,
is depressing.
they don't
They
want
know.
that.
They
Yeah.
know inside.
They do. They
Sometimes
want to
they don't.
forget. They want to drink
They
to
wanted
forget.
to drink to forget because pretending that they're happy. Yes. Yes.
You're learning so quick.
You do see a broadsheet, which is essentially the water deep version of a newspaper. It's just rolled up and brought to you on a small little platter by a lift. It just kind of hovers. You see the twine get pulled off and kind of unfurls in front of you. And the headlines are "Redemption Arc for Volo," and it's like has like a very nice review of Trollskull Manor and the venue that he was in. And
Hey.
that he fell and rose again, all in Trollskull Manor. And
Much like the manor itself.
Yeah.
Does
And
it mention the Winter Shield
Yeah,
party?
I was just saying or thinking.
it does at the very end. That's saying if you need a place to go party during Winter Shield, Trollskull Manor will be.
All right.
We should actually maybe put an ad in here too for like,
Hmm.
you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about our capacity now. It could be a lot. I'm thinking that before the party, we should remember that bar we went to and it had that one orc worked
The
there.
bartender or the bouncer for hire.
Yeah, the bounce. We should definitely get that guy
Yep.
in. Maybe
He
that
was
guy
very
had just
scary.
plowed.
He was very solid.
That's a good thing in a bouncer.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, definitely an extra bartender lift. Not that you are bad or anything. I'm just thinking about high volume, getting people in out the door. I'm hoping for a smiley face here, buddy.
You get a smiley face.
You got it.
See, now you're understanding him. You've got this.
Uh,
There's bacon in your future.
I can only dream. Overflow upstairs into the common rooms and halls. Definitely going to be a must. We might need a second bar up there. Maybe out of the spare room. Alvin.
Why don't?
You see Alvin come in
Here.
and he says, actually, you know that there is a special law in Waterdeep that says streets are public property and cannot have parties on them. However, alleys are free in open rain if you don't mind having some outdoor sections. We'd have to get the okay from everyone else in the alley, but
Oh, and they get the neighborhood in on this.
Yeah, and like the second floor, why don't we get one of the bouncers to like hang out by the stairs? We turn that into like a VIP and charge, like a little extra cover to get up there into like a quieter section.
Oh my gosh, every section of the floor is more expensive into the attic.
I'm just gonna stop you there because I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure the third floor, technically in the cover range, might be the cheapest
Oh, right. Yeah.
and also filled with
Ghosts. That.
yep,
Yeah. All right.
like
all right. All
a
right.
ghost brothel. Is that what it is?
I mean,
Oh
they
my
only
God,
last
you
for
run
an
a
hour.
Ghost brothel. But yeah, I mean, we could do like a VIP and the
That's
alley.
pretty good.
Do this.
We can call the third floor the Hall of Legends and Ghosts.
Just trying to think of a good
All right.
one.
Well,
Let it warm
how
too.
about let's get on the nice clothes. Let's go talk to the neighborhood and go to the theater.
the Hall of Legends, where you can become a legend or a ghost.
Or both.
or both?
A ghost legend.
Oh.
All right, so it is, I'll say it's morning. Amalika, you'll be at disadvantage for any wisdom perception checks because it is bright and sunny out.
Can we just buy some freaking sunglasses, Mia? Where do I get sunglasses?
Davil might be able to hook you up there. I hate to say it.
Oh, where did we land on, Davil?
Neutral.
I feel like he wants to be good within an organization that is inherently shitty.
That's a pretty accurate reading of what I see as well.
I feel that people are not going to want to get as free and as funky as they want in the Hall of Legends with all these sort of pesky spy snakes hanging around.
Yosef, say it by his proper name. Hall of Legends
And ghosts. With all these creepy spy snakes hanging around. The thing about people is when they want to have real fun, they don't want to be spied on.
Well, I think most of these are message snakes. They seem to be mostly passing messages. I'm sure some of them are keeping an eye out. It will be dark. Definitely Davil will be coming with force. Also, the thing I am the most worried about, of course, is that our party will turn out to be ground zero for a terrible turf roar between the Zentarim, the Knife, and the Xanathar's Guild.
Give me an insight check there, Waywalker.
Ding, ding, ding. Geez. It's
10.
It's an 11.
11, there you go. You know from just basic gang warfare and from what you remember in prison is that when the gangs start getting real quiet and that the street crime kind of decreases, it means something big is on the plan, and you can't remember in about a couple of weeks of the last time you saw any major instances of conflict between the three gangs.
It's been quiet. It's only going to get louder, and I'm worried that we will be ground zero for it. I know, that's some extra anxiety. I didn't mean to hang it on us all right now, especially on this, the day of our theater excursion.
Waywalker, we just taught him about positivity.
Well, Yosef, you look horrified?
We just taught him about not talking about the end of the world all the time.
I mean, sometimes you gotta talk about a party.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm anxious and concerned.
You know, and I'm going to slam my plate down. Like, I wanted to have a chaos party. And then you two said, no chaos party. You can't have a chaos party. Nobody's going to die. We're all going to be safe and boring and like eat this fucking pancake or whatever.
The pancakes are delicious.
Used to it, and I started
delicious.
getting into it, and now we're safe and we're warm and we have friends and we're eating pancakes. And now you tell me they're going to have chaos party anyway.
I'm just going to stop you here because, Waywalker brings up a very valid and concerning point. But you know what? We have made it through not worse, but we might. We might
make it through worse.
Yeah. And I mean, last time we had that fight and we did very badly, but did any of us die? Waywalker, yes, almost a little bit.
I had
but
lost consciousness, yes.
It was ultimately fine. And we're here alive together positively.
Amalika, I have almost died hundreds of times, and I have been to 100 chaos parties. But what I've never done is felt apprehensive about dying at a chaos party that I don't want to go to.
But we're
I storm out.
No chaos parties.
I didn't quite follow the metaphor.
And I'm now concerned that he's back on the chaos parties thing.
I mean, that is definitely concerning because we want to keep this place nice and profitable. He
And
does
not burnt down.
and he likes the profits, so I'm hoping that will guide him through.
He does also like the sex room.
He does. He likes a lot of things about this building, so let's hope that shines through.
He'll come around.
But what I'm saying is that we should definitely prepare for any eventuality,
Yeah.
including, disaster.
That's concerning. We should.
That's why I'm also thinking about multiple guards.
Well, let's do that. Do you want to go venture out and try and?
Yeah, let's do a couple things. Number one, talk to the local businesses, see if they can do a thing, and then,
Can we
look
use
to hire
these
some teams.
flying snakes to
Oh,
maybe
gosh,
deliver
no.
a message?
No, I don't
We don't
want to
want
get.
that?
I don't want to get into that business. I mean, we could, but that seems like we're extra into the Zentarim then.
You do know you don't need to roll for it, but you do know that flying snakes are probably some of the best messengers you can come across. They're quick, they're flighty. If it's just a simple written message, boom, you can dart one.
I'd rather use my feet, or let's go buy some of those sweet paper birds I had.
Let's do it. Let's go. We'll go on an adventure. We have some time until the theater.
I like your accent.
Yeah.
So it is morning. The snow is crisp and crunchy underneath. It's the cold kind of, it's not biting, but it's a little brisk. You kind of bundle up a little bit, Malika, with your layers to keep yourself insulated. Yosef, are you going to join them on their journey through the alley? Or are you going to...
It's just pouting outside.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll sort of begrudgingly go. Like, I'm into it. I'm pretty quiet though. Like, I
feel like you're in the back.
Yeah, I'm in a real snit.
Yeah. Alvin tells you that he will find arrangements to hire security for...
Alvin, you're the best buddy. Yeah, I recommend that one guy at the bar down there. If you can find the guy from last night, Seems solid.
It's like essentially it's going to be a grade scale. So the better security you want, the more it's going to cost. We can get some like off-duty city watch people, but again, you're paying city watch prices.
I mean, it's one night, right? That's like a one night of a city watch guard.
A night in the morning, essentially.
Yeah, it's like a 12-hour shift. What's that running you for a city guard, you think?
For like one guard.
One guard, yeah. One guard, one night.
Probably often we can negotiate later on, but maybe like because if there's danger pay involved or something that they have to fight, if there's like magic involved, it could run as high as 150 a night to as low as 20 a night.
Oh, gee, that's a lot.
It's a lot on the insurance and danger pay.
Yeah.
Essentially, we got to fill out a form and say, we expect these things to happen. And so help you if you lie on those sheets.
Well, I mean, if it does get dangerous, we'll probably die. So it won't really matter what we put on the sheet.
Yeah, I still want to make money at the end of it in case we live. Remember living? Living. Yeah, you like it.
Oh, yeah, we should also probably, while we're at it, figure out the damage to the building and get that fixed up before the Winter Shield party.
Yeah, definitely.
Alan says, I'll give you an assessment by the end of the night.
Thanks, buddy. I'm thinking like, let's work with 100 gold budget on security. Get me, not the top flight, but maybe some people of unusual skill. I trust you.
It's like, well, I know about Dunk. Dunk's probably the ogre you want. Dunk doesn't always take gold, but he likes to break things.
He'll be on the outside duty.
Well, he likes to break things as payment.
Well, we'll get him some of the old furniture that we have lying around.
I think that's long gone. Well, maybe it's not. If
you just give him like a room to smash up or something to smash up that makes like a good crunchy sound or like a good
the
squishy
library
sound.
needs to be remodeled for your potential side job business.
Oh, but it's so...
Actually, the library's actually already been remodeled.
Never mind.
It is empty.
Right.
But it's nice.
It's empty, but it's nice.
Well...
What if we give him some stuff for the alley?
Yeah, you know what? I bet you if we solicit some donations from the neighborhood, there's a lot of crates that we could.
What if we make sort of an exhibition out of it? Like you bring your old junk and Dunk will smash it in front of you.
Hey, he might like that.
It's it's possible, but it's got to be good stuff though. It just can't be like a carriage or something. It's got to be. He likes crunchy and he likes squishy sounds that happen.
We could give him that mule.
The pardon?
The mule.
No, we're not. Fablin is a member of the family.
Fablin has just been lying around outside for weeks. He's been eating all the hay. He hasn't been turning a profit.
Were you going to eat the hay?
He has been doing all of the deliveries for all of the food and drink in our restaurants. Fablin is pulling his weight and the weight of the cot and all of that stuff. He's the real unsung MVP.
I was like, no, it's true. That mule has been through a lot.
Also, I'm sure one day he'll be super clutch. I foresee it somehow. He did not save my life, but I will say that he saved my life if you ever threaten him.
All right. So if you're going to go exploring the alley, you have I gave you a couple of places you could go. So you've got your choice of the Bent Nail, Steam and Steel, Coralon's Crown, Tiger's Eye, Bookworm's Treasure, and what was the other place?
What are we trying to do again?
I feel like I missed this.
Well, how about so maybe we'll visit all of them and we'll give them a personal invite to a private party at Trollskull Manor. One free drink to discuss the Winter Shield neighborhood party and the business improvement areas of Trollskull Alley.
The BIAs.
The BIA, yeah. I'm trying to. Waywalk is trying to form a BIA in Trollskull Alley.
All right, so where do you want to go first?
Should we split up? Are we going to go to all of them?
It's up to you.
Do we have time to visit all of them and still
make
it back
Okay,
to
so wait, what is this again? Sorry.
This is early morning, so.
Let's start with the welder, let's say. Maybe we'll do a couple and then we'll speed along.
The bent nail. All right. So it's clearly, it looks like it's kind of like an outrigger shop for adventuring supplies and stuff like that. On the inside, you find a half elf carpenter named Talisanovar Fellbranch, but his friends call him Tally. You see him he's kind of working away. It looks like he's building a nice kind of like bar stool, just like carving it out and nailing it together. Like that fresh smell of wood shavings comes out. There's kind of like that wood dust that just kind of like lightly dusts the top and counters. Like not due to misuse, just like the amount of wood particle that's coming out, and you can smell the various types of like fancy woods like oak and birch and maple. And it's like it's a little dim, but he seems to be working away just fine as you hear kind of like this bent nail on the door hit the bell as you come in, like ding, 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 ding. It's like, oh, yes, hello. How may Tally help you?
Ah, Tally. This is Waywocket, Yosef, Amalika.
Oh, yes, you've moved into Trollskull Manor. It looks wonderful. It's been a while since that place has been brought back to its glory. You've been doing a fine job.
Oh, thank you very much. We're looking to help bring some festivity this year to the Winter Shield.
I've been seeing the signs and hearing your friend here bark about the party that's coming. It sounds very exciting.
Yeah, he can really crow, can't he?
He's quite good. I mean, you hear him every day at 7 a.m.
He's in a mood though, so you best just maybe just smile
I'm just kind
at
of
him.
milling around the shop, like kicking things.
Just smile at him for now.
So we're wondering if we're thinking about how we can include the whole neighborhood, and I was wondering if you'd come to a meeting at our place tomorrow night. We'll have a little community meeting in one of our upstairs rooms. First drinks on us.
You need to roll persuasion. And he puts down his mallet and chisel and says, "You know what? That is a wonderful idea."
Yeah, we're trying to get everybody out. I'm thinking we'll make the whole neighborhood Winter Shield something. It's gonna be great.
Winter Shield chic.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. Yes, I will be there tomorrow. I have so many ideas to share. I think this is wonderful. This is a great idea. I'm so glad that a capable trio of people have moved into Trollskull Manor. Only good things are going to come from this.
I agree. Great. Well, we'll count you in tomorrow night. 10.
10. Done. I will be there.
10 o'clock. So late.
Yeah, you're a creature of the night.
True. I've let like.
That was your real self.
It's true.
I gotta be at my job in the morning. Yeah.
That's literally what I'm thinking. I'm like, my goodness, I want to be like home and in bed by 10.
Onto the bookstore.
On to the bookstore. All right. Bum, 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 bum.
And by 10, I mean so early. Goodness.
Good save.
As you walk in, the bookstore is typical old bookstore. It looks like the shelves are just kind of slightly warped due to the amount of weight the various shelving units have had. They're not that kind of IKEA bookshelves. They're the ones that go from like floor to ceiling, kind of molded into the ceiling. And you just see the store is very, even though it's bright morning, it has the kind of like dim light doesn't really get through. It's a little dusty as you walk in, but the thing you notice is this dragonborn with this kind of like leather vest and kind of like almost like a smock as he has glasses on. And the thing you do notice is that the sunshine just glints off of his golden skin as he's just walking along with a pile of books and just like looking at them at the spines and reorganizing them, and like you see him kind of like floating up and magic handing them into the different places around him where they're supposed to go.
So a dragonborn's kind of like a humanoid dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
I like your alphabetization skills.
It's like, oh, thank you.
Sweet.
I use my own system of books I find more practical than others. Most practical at the top, least practical at the bottom.
But like, what if you're like my friend here, Waywocket, and you just happen to be really short?
Well, then he gets the least practical books.
Do you have like a stool?
Oh, yes, we have ladders and whatnot. Or I can just get them down for you as well.
True. True. So
how-
self-browsing is not gonna be. You know what? I'm off topic. Waywalk it.
They go, I've you are the people who've moved into Trollskull Manor. It's nice to finally meet you. My name is Rishal.
Nice to meet you, Rishal, Waywalkit, Yosef, Amalika.
I hope you've appreciated my little pun, the bookworm. Ha! Ha! Because it's spelled differently, but I'm not an invertebrate.
No, of course not. And
Goodness.
it has like a little dragonic connection there.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I know. I thought it was like, Rishal, you are brilliant. You should put this on a sign. And then I did.
And then you did.
And now you're here.
And then you're here.
And now we're benefiting from your humor.
It's
I
so-
feel lighter. The day feels better.
That's coming from a dark elf. That's quite the compliment. Thank you so much.
You are sort of welcome.
So, you may have heard about the Winter Shield party we're throwing.
I have. It's been many a decade since a good Winter Shield party has happened in Trollskull Alley.
Well, we're thinking of making it a real Trollskull special and inviting the whole neighborhood to participate.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of an old golden fogey. Don't.
Oh, your sense of humor is just exactly what we need, I think.
It's true, and your experience and knowledge of the alley and any potential secret entrances will be probably very valuable in planning and executing a truly safe and excellent party. I'd love to talk you into it tomorrow night at the Trollskull Inn. We're doing a big meeting with everybody in the alley.
Oh, with everybody, eh?
We're hoping. We're trying to bring people together and thinking about, making
Really
it.
up and coming neighborhood. We're
Yeah,
making it, yeah.
We want to bring a lot of excitement here.
Well, you'll probably get some blowback from Emic Froon, that little deviant has been trying to get a hold of Trollskull Manor for a good part now. He invested a sizable bid into it and lost out.
Anik Froon?
Emic Froon.
Oh.
He owns the tap, the bar tap just down the alley from you.
Oh. He gave me a stink eye one day, and that explains a lot about that stench.
To be fair, he gives everybody a stink eye. He's the stinkiest of eyes.
Is his eye just like that?
I think it's more nature than genetics. But
Like when your parents tell you not to roll your eyes, or they'll stay that way, and it's just stayed that way because he's.
I think it's just practice. He's given so many stink eyes. It's all he knows now.
I just think it's time to bring the neighborhood together and really get everybody on the same page, and so that we're all working together
Well,
for the betterness of the alley.
bringing community together is what this alley should be about. I will be there. I don't know if I'll be here to a party, but I will definitely support it. I think it's a wonderful idea.
That's all I needed to hear. Thanks so much.
All right, you close the door and you see him just kind of magically levitating books in the different spots on the.
So, how is this old lizard going to make our party more fun?
Number one, I'm definitely going to pick his brain about the various security issues that could come up should there be some violence.
Endangering our party.
Exactly. Number two,
He's got, experience. for years.
gravitas in the community. I'm hoping he'll be a real leader in the room that brings the people together.
Even parties are complicated here.
Well, you can just throw a party and maybe then that's an okay party. But if you want to be like a real party planner, you got to prepare and, plan for everything. Waywalk, it's like covering all our bases so that, wait for it, we can make more money.
Real party, real money.
Huge. Yeah, huge. Like if this goes where I'm thinking it's going, it'll be like, admittance to enter the whole alley. We're all going to be sharing.
Your ghost brothel's going to be like hopping. It's going to be, there's going to be people
lot of
in and out
wailing.
of there.
All right. We'll have a real party. We'll make all the money, and then I'm going to take my share of the money, and then I'm going to go home. And then I'm gonna turn around and sort of leave and go back to the square, and like just a minute later you just hear like Winter Shield party, like at the business community, that old dragon's coming or something. You know, I'm just like back into my shtick, and I'll like disappear.
All
I
right.
mean,
You can keep going if you want. You can.
I mean, I would visit all of them if you just want to like a speed
yeah.
it up. But I guess let's maybe go to Anik Froon because he might be the one of contention, or whoever you think like might be the spiciest people to meet.
There's quite an option. There's Tiger's Eye, Corellion's Crown. I'll say that Froon's Brew actually has still the under repair or under construction sign on the front.
All right, good to know.
So you got Steam and Steel, Corellion's Crown, and Tiger's Eye left.
what are they? What are those ones again? Sorry.
Steam and Steel looks like a forge of some type. Corellion's Crown looks kind of like an herbalist shop where like it has lots of flowers and vines are growing out unnaturally out of season, even though it's exceptionally cold out. And Tiger's Eye the windows look all darkened, and essentially the sign is just a giant wooden tiger's eye, and it's hard to see through the glass.
I'm the most curious about that one.
And I want sunglasses.
Yes, it's very bright for you, Malika. You got to keep putting the shield to your.
That, and also maybe this place, they know where I can find a person who knows a person who can find me some tweaking sunglasses.
I can say easily enough that Steam and Steel, it's a fire genasi and a water genasi. They are the fire genasi is named Embrick and Anvi. They would be down for
the meeting.
Yeah, they are married, and they are both they both enjoy the idea of community. They think it's a good idea.
I thought you were going to say that they could make me sunglasses.
They cannot, but they both can recommend that maybe Tiger's Eye could find you a place.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll go to Tiger's Eye.
Yeah. Yeah, and it seems like they have the ability to they're both male genasi can forge just about any metal in there. They seem to have like a lot of projects on the work, but it looks like they have the ability to forge quite a bit of stuff in there. And Tiger's Eye is the sign is turned to open, but it's very dark on the inside.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll rest your nice eyes. Yeah, go on.
You open the door and like the classic ding-a-ling of a bell rings as you walk inside. It looks immaculately clean. There's no dust anywhere. All the drapes have been drawn, so it's dim light on the inside. And you can see kind of like this tall, gaunt human, kind of like sunken cheeks. Looks to be in his like late 50s, early 60s, wearing like a very fine white coat and some like weathered work pants, like the knees and the belt and the ankles look very worn just from like a lot of walking and stuff like that. He's like, yes, excuse me. He's like, yes, hello. How can I help you?
Hello. My name is Waywocket Sprocket. This is a Malika.
Hello.
Just a Malika,
Yeah, that's me.
as far as I know.
Like, I am Vincent Trench, P-E-I of Tiger's Eye. How can I help you? You have a mystery for me to solve?
Oh, I didn't know that was your thing. Good to know. You're the private detective.
I am the private detective.
I heard there was one in the neighborhood, and then now get it? Your Tiger's Eye, you're a private eye.
The dragonborn down the street gave me the idea.
Yeah.
It's the eye of the tiger.
Yeah, well, the thrill of the fight.
Oh, my fighting days are long gone. I'm just more of a puzzle solver now.
That's fine.
Oh, well,
great.
that's actually very good to know, because I think a puzzle is headed our way. But right now, what we're puzzling through is a big Winter Shield party. I'm sure you've heard all about it.
Oh, I already know. I even know about your little tawdry brothel, undead brothel.
I just want, like...
They're unseen
Yeah,
servants.
that's not an our thing, like we're the Trollskull Trio, and that's more of a like Trollskull Yosef.
Well, as a free piece of advice, you're playing with literal fire. The Boudoirs Guild does not like people infringing on their territory or on their
What
practices.
do you mean by literal fire? Like they're gonna burn down our building because like
Worst things could happen. Fire, if you're lucky. They may throw acid at the damn place.
Good to know.
Shoots
All
a
right.
look at Yosef
He's out in the hallway.
Yeah, he's-
I'm way gone.
Yeah, he's out in the
in the
square.
general direction.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm surprised you haven't heard from them yet.
No, we have. We're gonna go see him. Oh shit! I said tomorrow night. I was gonna go to that. All right, I've double booked myself already. We'll go in the afternoon. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's working out to be a big day. Anyway, tomorrow night at our place, we're thinking of having a little community meeting to talk about a Winter Shield party and how we can get the community involved.
I think that's wonderful. Well, I guess the biggest question is what type of snacks should I bring?
Oh wow! Well, the first drink's on us. Bring whatever you think. The fire people and that half elf and the dragonborn might.
I've got files on all of them. I can bring the favorites if you like.
You sound like a good person to be friends with.
Yeah, I mean that would be amazing. That will really help smooth them all over.
Anything to help the community grow. That's what I say. I came here many years ago.
I think if he helps us with some of this stuff, he can maybe have an extra drink. Give us a little bit of the details on.
Any information's for sale.
That's very good to know.
Acquisition of information as well. I'm quite good, quite skilled.
Oh, wow.
You don't get to be a private eye as old as I am without having learned a few tricks, if you know what I mean.
I bet. Yeah.
I know about your rat problem, too.
They're really mean to me.
Yeah, they think they own the place, essentially.
Yeah.
They haven't left. They're still in the basement.
No,
there.
I know. They just keep biting at my heels whenever I go down to the storeroom. That's why I keep sending Liff. He doesn't have ankles.
Oh, Liff. If you made friends with him, you've got a solid ally. As long as you keep the place a bar.
He's great, right?
Yeah, I've read up on him. He is quite the chef, quite the sommelier, quite the bartender. He's devoted his entire life and I guess afterlife now to service industry.
True. And he's coming around to Waywalk its ideas. And
Have you had his blueberry pancakes yet?
oh my God, they're so good.
He's very good.
He hasn't made it for me yet.
Ooh, what's happened there?
He's at warm porridge.
Ooh, you have said some things.
He tried to exercise him.
Oh,
I didn't try. Oh my gosh.
Suggested.
Don't try to suck up to this.
I mean, you did
Vincent.
lightly suggest.
Yeah, that's what he loves that place.
I also love that place. I just think it could evolve to be more than just a tavern.
It's always going to be a tavern to live. You should probably keep it that way if you want those blueberry pancakes again.
They're so good.
I'll take it on advisement. Well,
Let you have a bite next time.
Vincent, just make sure Liff's not looking, which is impossible. He's a ghost.
I love the idea that no one's sharing the delicious food with Waywalk. Well, he got warm porridge. He's going to eat the warm porridge.
He's resigned to that.
We don't want to jeopardize our own supply. Like, it's pretty clear.
He did this to himself.
All right, Vincent, thanks so much for the advice. We're definitely going to be using your services in the future, and see you tomorrow night, buddy.
Wait! My eye.
Oh yeah, your eyes.
Like, oh yes, you don't have any protection for your eyes.
Help me.
It's like, all right, tomorrow night I'll bring the address of a place you can go down in the trade war. They work specially for dark elves in need or people with sunlight sensitivities.
Malika puts her arm or her hand on his shoulders, just like, thank you.
It's got like that old man, like he used to have muscle tone under that's kind of just like diminished with age.
I just feel like she's like feeling it.
Yeah.
It's like I will guide you to the right place as a freebie.
You're good people.
Thank you. That actually, when people say that, I take that with a lot of consideration. So just thank you for that.
You're welcome, I think. We will be on our way.
You head out the door, and Yosef is still out in the street barking about the winter shields.
All right, I think we got some general consensus. Most people seem pretty thrilled about it. Shall we go catch a play? Get our fancy clothes on?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys spend the rest of the day just hanging out, getting the orders done for the day, make sure that Trollskull Manor is servicing the customers that come in. You do notice that there is a bit of an increase after the events that happened with the book reading, that there's more people coming in to check it out. And you notice that's people coming up from the dock ward, the trade ward, the castle ward. There's different varieties. You notice that you've got definitely the mix. You see like kobolds and gnolls and minotaurs. It seems that the diversity of Waterdeep is coming out.
Maybe we could like turn this into a thing. I mean, Volo, he's just like, he's a bit here or there, but he's had a rough patch. Maybe we could have like a regular thing where he tells the untold stories of Volo.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Who knows? He's in a rough place. It could help him and help us. Look at all these people.
As long as it keeps off the hooch.
Yeah. We'll water him down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Eldritch blasted bite. Like
Yeah.
diet.
Yeah. No charisma modifier added.
All right, so do you guys want a speed of plot to the theater?
Yeah.
All right, it is. The sun has set. The night sky has come out. It is crisp cold. Like you need some like fur-lined jackets and whatnot to really be impressed. Do you guys call for a carriage to come pick you up?
Oh, we have a mule and a cart. I don't know. Do we need to
I think we
splash
need
the
it.
money?
We don't want to. Wait, Walk. If we're gonna drink, we don't want to drive drunk, and I think it's just better if we.
Madeline does most of the driving, frankly.
I think it's still safer if we get just a carriage.
Alvin says, like, well, I mean, if you're dressing up fancy, you don't want to show up on a mule and cart. You want to get like a fancy carriage.
Got boxy.
It's true. It would hurt our status as influencers.
Yeah, no one wants to see us promoting Winter Shield and then showing up all shabby.
Especially in our fine clothes.
All right. What does this cost me? Like 2 gold? What is this?
It's only going to cost you for just like a trip down there, 75 silver.
All right. All right. The company expense, we'll mark it down.
Keep the receipt.
Yeah, obviously.
Are you bringing any extracurricular things with you?
Like the handkerchief or
Handkerchief, weapons.
Why would you bring the
Where
handkerchief?
do we have to hand?
Yeah, where's the handoff?
So I imagine to the theater, most humans would not bring their full arsenal of weapons. But I imagine like a dagger would be fine. That's just like a regular knife.
Yep.
I'll bring a dagger. I will not bring my short bow because that seems conspicuous and probably does not go with the lines of my suit. The rapier, I imagine, also would probably be a little gauche to bring.
You know by culture that some people do bring ceremonial weapons, like they're not for use, but for like show. So like some military people, some people with like prestige will bring weapons. It's more of a look how rich I am, as opposed to I'm going to use this later on.
Right.
I'm bringing my staff to make a statement. And then I do sort of a glow out of my staff and a glow out of my suit.
Yeah, fair enough. That's like a prop. That makes sense to me. Amalika?
I think I'm good.
You're just like, you just bring your magical focus to your fucking dynamite.
I mean, I've got a shit ton of daggers, but do I really ever use them?
No.
Not really. They're just miscellaneous daggers.
Yeah, I'll bring a dagger because that's he will carry a knife on them. But yeah, I won't bring my rapier or short bow.
How big are these potions of healing? Like, can I tuck them
just
in my
like
suit?
you can easily slide
Like a vial?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll bring all 3 of those.
So like,
with
see
me.
you're tall there. It's about like half that size.
Right.
Yeah. Same width, but like.
Yeah, I'll bring that. I'll leave my purple plush beholder behind. I have 2 potions of healing left. Yeah, I'll bring those. One knife. Obviously, my calligrapher's tools, like
Gotta sign autographs.
gotta sign autographs and or contracts. We'll see how it goes.
So you wait outside Trollskull Manor for your carriage to arrive, and you see like this beautiful white stallion with kind of like these red starburst patterns on its hindquarters, and like his beautiful blue and pink hair. And the carriage is kind of like, it looks like it's open air, but you do notice there's kind of like an invisible sheen. So there's kind of like a bubble that'll keep you warm on the inside. As you see this halfling driver, like the big tall top hat and the whip, and he's dressed up in like the 3-piece and cummerbund and whatnot, and like little, you think he's wearing spats, but like the hair on his feet have just been groomed in a certain angle. He's like, "Am I taking you to the Light Singer Theater?"
Yes, please. The true story of Tiamat, or whatever it's called.
Yes, the show tonight. Great. You all look fantastic. Hop on in. And as you get into the like this silvery carriage, you pass through, and you actually can see the interior of the carriage. It's kind of like an illusion on the outside, but it feels warm and inviting. You notice that there's like little cookies and macaroons on a little platter that is kind of free service. You know that there's a bottle of champagne and a bottle of wine that's kind of chilling for you.
Look, I know we really like Fablin. Like, don't worry, he maybe possibly saved your life if it comes down to it. But like, this is traveling. This is like traveling in style.
This is wonderful. We're happy now. It's almost like we weren't sad earlier and we don't have to talk about it.
Do you want a drink?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want several drinks?
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be
All
fun.
right, listen, when I hit level 3 and I can cast Illusionary Script, my cart is going to look dynamite.
The cart makes your way down, and you do notice that the size and density of the buildings change when you go from the North Ward down into the Castle Ward, as you get kind of like in like the fancier rich person district of Waterdeep. And you notice that the buildings get like a little bit more brighter, a lot more glow to them. The carriage driver seems expertly skilled at avoiding the kind of like the busy sections of and you make really good time. And you notice that the snowfall is just kind of light and fluffy. The atmosphere is inside. It's jovial. It's warm. Wine and macaroons are being spread around as you come out to this big opening of a plaza, which is kind of rare for Waterdeep. You have this big open space where you see this kind of fountain. It's still working in the wintertime. It looks like it's just getting ready to ice over, but some type of magical properties keeping the water flowing as you see different pots of lights come out, and you see this beautiful white stone building, very sharp edges, and has the Light Singer Theater carved into the edifice of it. And you notice kind of like these Roman columns, like these banners hanging down of the rise of Tiamat, the real story. And you see like each banner is a different color of the 5-headed dragon goddess Tiamat. And you can see people in like fancy clothes, feathered hats, long gowns. The cream of the crop of Waterdeep has come out to see this show. It's kind of got that pre-show murmur. As you get outside, you can actually see there's kind of like this red carpet that's been dropped down the stairs. And these stairs go up about 15, 20 feet. It's kind of like this, a little bit of a climb to get up there, but you can see people mulling around and whatnot. And you see at the very center, like this big golden archway entrance, or golden light coming out of this archway entrance. You see this kind of this spectral person, this tuxedo. He's got like a little tuft of hair kind of flowing in the wind, just kind of hovering Beetlejuice style with like his back heels picked up. And he's like, ticket, please. Oh, very welcome. Yes, there you go. Ticket, please. As you notice, as he grabs each ticket, the ticket goes from like a white paper to a purple or a blue or a gold. And depending on where you're sitting, the ticket is changing color after this ghost touches it.
Oh, very well. Well, yes. I think we were given tickets.
Yeah, you were given tickets, yeah. To the box seats.
Here you go, my good man, for the 3 of us.
You see him take all 3 tickets. Like, oh, the good stuff. Was this your first time seeing? I haven't seen your faces around.
I think actually, my first time here at the Light Singer. I think this is probably Yosa's first play ever.
I'm not sure what's happening, but I love it.
Yeah.
Also, Malika grew up in like a trash barrel, so probably her first one too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't grow up, and I just spent most of it. It's my first time here.
As he touches the 3 tickets, you notice they turn platinum. He's like, top floor, 3rd door on the left. You've got Mert's special box. He's up there already.
Oh, looking forward to meeting Mr.
Enjoy the show. I quite enjoyed it myself. It's better than that trash that happened a year ago. North end of the city. What an imposter of a play. Tragedy. That was not true. Theater, as he raises his hand in the air. You kind of feel like this little warm gust of wind kind of amplify the effect.
Theater.
I have no basis for comparison, but I'm sure it's awesome.
Dude, take a situation, set it on fire, throw crud on it, and that was the other version of that play.
That's actually his ideal form of entertainment.
And I wouldn't give him ideas. He's prone to chaos.
Well, theater is nothing but organized chaos. I hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, no.
Nice.
As you walk in, there is white stone columns and the black and white parquet floor. That's just, you hear the clicking of heels and boots. You notice a couple of bars are already serving refreshments and small snacks. You can see, not orderlies,
Ushers?
Ushers, thank you. You see ushers dressed up in very nice three-piece kind of red tuxedo suits guiding people to their seats. As everyone's kind of being drawn in, and you notice that as you start going up these circular or these coiling stone stairs, that you start off with like a lot of the crowd's kind of like shoulder to shoulder, kind of hard to move, and then all of a sudden the crowd thins out and it thins out, and you notice that as you get up to the third floor, you're the only people kind of walking up the stairs, and as soon as you get up, the carpets are red and lush and soft. It feels like you're walking on a cloud.
Now this is living.
And you can see like this white stone paneling on each side of the wall. As you can see, the lamps just kind of have this golden soft glow, and you can see them kind of dim a couple of times to indicate that the show is getting ready to start. And as you come up, you see your white wooden door with like the gold placard of room 3, or private box number 3. As you open it up, and immediately you just feel like this warm, welcoming feeling coming in. Kind of this magical aspect just kind of mists over top of you as you see like this perfect view of the stage down below. And you know there's supposed to be a barrier and a stone barrier in front of you, but it's magically hidden as the lights dim, so you just get the full view. It's almost like looking down on a glass floor through glass floor.
Oh, it's a little disconcerting.
Yeah, and Hero's only worried about assassination.
Sitting in one of the chairs is a man. He's kind of overweight, a little bit puffy in the face, and has kind of like this strawberry blonde curls of hair that are slowly going white, kind of the Magnum PI mustache, the fold, very much like Jarlaxle was wearing in his disguise, but like this hat with no feather in it. He turns around and is like, Oh, come on in. I've heard so much about you. I'm glad you finally made it. This is my 5th time watching the show. How was your journey down from the North Ward?
Ah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah,
This is an incredible theater.
Boozy.
It's very, do you need some wine, some champagne?
Yes.
Very well. You see him he's like, just think of the drink you want.
Yeah, let's get some champagne. Let's toast.
Ah, yeah, good idea, Malika.
As soon as you say champagne, you see kind of like this small little slot open up in the wall, and like this glass of champagne comes floating out, just floats right into your hand.
That's an incredible service.
It's the Ritz of the Ritz, top of the top. You pay top dollar to have this type of service.
I want more service. And I smash the champagne glass I just drank, and I'm like,
You notice immediately, spectrally, the pieces get picked up and they kind of just like fly, like the small little slot on the bottom of the floor opens up and it gets kind of swept into there. It's like, oh,
He was raised in a cult.
that's all right. Cults exist in all forms. It's your actions that I've drawn my interest. Now, before the show starts, let's just get down to business, get it out of the way. Do you know what the Harpers are? Amalka, you would know. Or, sir, give me a history check, actually.
No, you already said it.
I'd say Waywalker, give me a history check as
Yeah,
well.
we'll see.
No, I have a -1 in history. It's a 1.
That's a 0.
No, it's a 2, so it's 1. Sorry.
I rolled a 19, which is pretty dope.
I rolled an 18,
And I got a +4 to that, so it's 23.
A super mixed bag for my rolls tonight.
It's unfortunately, this is like a Sword Coast type of thing, and unfortunately, Yosef would not be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
But you definitely know.
But great roll.
Yeah, fantastic roll. Should have saved it. You know, the Harpers is kind of like this intelligence organization, kind of like the antithesis to the Zentarim, where they operate behind the shadows and make sure that no power corrupts anybody and that things remain in balance and that there's no tyranny throughout the world. Their last big move was being involved in the tyranny of dragons, the fight at the Dragon Well, and getting everything organized and all the intelligence organized to successfully run a campaign against this army of dragons that the Lord's Alliance and the Sword Coast united to fight against, which is probably why he's seen the show so many times.
much. Yeah, I was picking that up. Yeah. That tracks with why you'd seen the place so much.
It's wonderful. It's very accurate. Unlike that, I don't know if you've ever met him, but that bard who did that monstrosity of a show didn't get anything accurate.
He was a member of the Hoppers.
Yes, he was. You see him just kind of look off in the distance a little bit. He was.
Was he though?
I have no way one way or the other as my official response, but we've been observing you.
Uh-huh.
We've liked what we've seen so far, and we would like to offer you a position in the Hoppers.
Wow. We've been offered a lot of positions lately.
You've been the
Is
talk
there,
of the
like, any
town.
conflicts of interest here?
Of all the people who offer us the position, this seems to be the richest people.
I mean, you take all kinds of positions, to be fair.
Good one, Amalika.
See, we've come to learn you've gotten in tight with the Zentarine.
I've gotten in tight with a couple people.
Oh, yes,
Innuendo.
sexual Congress jokes. Brevity for all.
Yeah, we've had some contact with Davil Starstong.
Ooh, a devil. Very interesting. We were wondering if you would be interested in being informants for us inside the Zentarine. We have words they're up to something big, and the street gangs, the street crime, the rabble on above and below the streets has died down, so we think something is up, and we need some help figuring out what it is. And we've seen your skills, we are impressed, and we've discovered you have an in with the Zents already.
So, like, hypothetically, if we were to team up with you guys and help with information, anything that you come up with too, you'd, pass along to us?
Absolutely. We could also help you out in situations. We have Zent spies all over, so if, you got jumped somewhere, we have Harper spies all over the place. If you got jumped somewhere, the Harpers will be able to help you out.
Would there be any way that you would be able to prevent our Winter Shield party from becoming a chaos party, therefore ruining it?
I do not know what a chaos party is.
We're just... You've heard of our Winter Shield party.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Do you think there's any way
It is
you might be
attracting a
able to...
lot of attention in the intelligence community.
and that's that's great. We're happy you're invited. But also...
Oh, I bought my invitation a while ago.
Excellent. Cool. You can thank Yosef for his excellent marketing.
It has been pervasive and consistent.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. Would you maybe be willing to help us out with, I don't know, some security?
The Hoppers can, in fact, help you out with security. It will not be obvious security for obvious reasons, but if anything gets out of line...
That's actually even way better, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
It won't kill the vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'd still need, a visual presence.
we're
yeah.
definitely planning for that too. But, we're starting to feel a little bit apprehensive. Is apprehensive?
Apprehensive is an
Yeah.
understatement, to say the least.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you help out the Hoppers will help you out.
Let's help out the Harpers so that they help us out, like this guy just said.
And do we maybe get perks like, this?
Ooh, perks. Yeah, we could
every now and
use a bit
again?
more of that
Is it-
champagne,
I
actually,
like
while we're...
this.
You see,
perks.
as soon as you say
We're
champagne,
light
champagne
alcoholics.
floats out of the
Okay,
wall.
you might need to slow down. Just
We're
like
having
a
a
little bit. Just
boozy night.
a little bit. You're doing great. You're wonderful. I like this mood way better than earlier, but maybe a smidge.
Feeling good is doing good.
He says, well, we deal in information. We can help you out with, if you need to learn about something, we can definitely help you out there. We can give you heads up on things heading your way, but it's an earned trust. It's a quid pro quo, if you will. This is kind of a tester-outer. If you feed us some information about the Zentarine, we will use that to help defend the city of Waterdeep, because this war between the three gangs is tearing apart from the inside. There's been a nice veneer washed over top of it, but it's doing some real damage, and the Hoppers need to get involved.
Okay. Well, as somebody who low key / very much high key loathes.
Uh-huh.
You know, those people.
Yeah.
I like this. I like maybe being able to work on. I just, Devil. He's not being upfront with us about everything, and it's just like.
Yeah, I'm with my compatriots here. I think, Mart, you and the Trollskull Trio could be in business.
Excellent. And I will warn you, it is treacherous. The Zentarim do not deal well with traitors. So you will be taking on a fair amount of danger.
Yeah, I mean, we have
Danger's our middle name.
Danger is definitely...
Oh, I'm sorry, that was terrible.
It is actually not. I've read your files.
I have a lot of names and none of them are Danger. But
It's
if
our
you
Ghost Lift's middle name, and he's like a...
But if you want to keep calling me Danger, I could add it. I love adding a new name.
Yes. But, I think...
Yeah, well, I mean, I am definitely concerned about being murdered at all times by the Zentarim, which is part of the reason why I
You
want
should
to
be.
get...
They are villainous and chicanerous.
You need to tone down the death.
It's part of the reason why I kind of want to get out from under the thumb a little bit.
They're very conniving. I've heard that they've already paid for most of your restorations. They sneak in like that. They find an opening and then they just kind of like bed bugs. They just come swarming in and it's impossible to get rid of.
He definitely invited himself in with an offer I couldn't refuse.
Well, you can always refuse it.
It was very hard to.
And that he just sort of...
Did
it?
Yeah. I would have had to make a real scene, and I don't like to make a scene if I can help it.
We were also very poor.
Yeah, that was also part of it.
But I think this has worked out in everybody's favor. Because
Yeah.
if we can work together, we can take down the Zentarim.
I'm interested in that.
And, we were kind of courting some other folks. I don't remember the pirate people's name.
Oh, the Brigandaire?
Yep.
Yeah, what's your policy on multiple memberships?
If you have more than one source of information, that is the best.
I mean, but, not always reporting on them. Like, if we're just like, we're good.
Well, who else would you report on? I mean, like, if it's just like the Dung Sweepers Guild, like, we already know about them.
Well, frankly, Braun has some stories you've not heard.
Listen,
Trust me.
And you maybe don't wanna.
He knows what he did.
I'm being bothered by a smartly dressed couple who are obsessed with me. Can we maybe, deal with this?
That could be anybody in this theater right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of hotties here.
Actually, wait, give me a perception check.
That's a 5.
5 now. The lights are dim. The show's getting ready to start.
Oh God, are they here?
Probably.
You can give me a perception check, Yosef.
There they are, 17.
3 boxes over and making dagger eyes at you.
For fuck's sakes.
Well, maybe actually this would be a good time. We could have a little chat after the show.
Ugh, I've finished my champagne, so I'm gonna throw it in their direction and smash it against the box.
Hits the wall. You can see they immediately get up and leave.
Oh,
Okay. I
You
think
were not-
you're on water now.
yeah. You need a timeout, my friend.
You are supposed to be making friends with them.
Really?
I mean, you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's your life.
Your brothel.
But it's our house, and I'm worried they might burn it down.
Or burn it with acid.
yeah, I wasn't worried
Also
about that
acid.
until it was recently made clear that is an option
you
also.
weren't there. Those people are not to be fucked with. Literally. Without their permission
Consent.
and potentially a cash advance.
Understand what you mean by fucked with in this context. I'm not a child, Waywocket.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to insinuate that.
They can be quite dangerous though. They have almost a greater intelligence capability than we do.
That's terrifying, frankly.
Well, you're going with him.
Yeah,
We gotta
definitely.
fix that.
You and me are going first thing tomorrow morning to straighten it out with them boudoirs.
It's like, but who are the other things you have infiltrated?
Well, we haven't infiltrated, but we've been talking to the Brigandaire.
As soon as you say that, he takes a sip of champagne, like immediately. He's like, "Ooh,
Well, look, they're not all bad.
you have an inside with the pirates."
Well, some of them.
And sort of. Like, we're working on it. Like, it's
Yeah.
a soft. We're considering it.
It's pending approval.
Yeah, and pending our task.
Amalika, give me a perception check, now,
Oh
please.
no! It's gonna.
Ooh,
It
nice.
didn't go bad.
No, went
So 16, 19.
19, you see 4 boxes over, kind of like the back of the bowl.
Oh.
You see a very familiar folded over large hat as you see JB Neverscott.
Oh no.
And he looks at you and kind of gives you that finger, like that head nod as he sees you talking to Mert.
You know what? They owe us a hat. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna have some more champagne. We're gonna get sloppy, and we're gonna get you a fucking hat.
I love it.
Oh no. Anyway, I can't tell if your spit take is a good spit take or a bad spit
It's
take.
surprising. I should have expected he may have reached out to a dark elf outside of the matriarchy. It makes sense. He does like to collect potential people he sees potential in.
Well, we did solve this, Moida.
Considering that all the boxes are filled with people we know, do I see Davil?
Give me a perception check. made with advantage.
All right. Come on. Boop.
Nice.
Probably. It's a 19.
You do see him. He's with his party that he brought to
Oh,
the.
yikes.
But you can see they are well into the drink at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
So
are.
they don't seem to have noticed us?
They don't seem to have noticed you now.
Oh, that's a small blessing. If only I could cast a sky self. We should definitely keep a low profile. We don't want Davil knowing that
You
we've
gotta
been
be-
Can our
chaffing.
friend cast that for us, maybe?
Oh no. But I will say, be careful of his group. They are retired adventurers. They were known as the Doom Raiders.
It's very close to something I heard once.
Do you know what they used to do?
No.
They were professional lich hunters.
Oh, well.
Davil is
How
probably
good
one of the best bards I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Did he know Wish?
I don't know.
Good. Let's hope not, because I don't want to be wished into something terrible. Yeah, bards know Wish sometimes.
Yeah, he's got quite that schemo is a skilled magician. His half-orc is probably one of the best people with a bow I've ever seen. He's brought down beasts 5 times larger than he is, and you don't hear it coming. He's an adept assassin.
Oh, well.
Good news, I'm small, so it's smaller target to hit.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
sure,
if you can
that's the takeaway from that.
if you can make allies with them, they are a formidable team. But do not cross them.
What's the
But you're prefacing this with asking us to cross them.
I said there would be dangers involved.
Lie to us about the danger.
There are no dangers involved.
Lie to us slightly better. just like somewhere you were at like a 1 and to an 11. Like I need somewhere in the middle here.
There are no
like-
dangers involved, and you will all be fine.
You
Okay,
heard the man
I think-
twice. I think a little more champagne might wash down all of
no,
these
you
lies.
were cut off for a little bit.
Amalka, give me a dexterity check. Just straight up dexterity check.
decent roll?
Wait, what's dexterity? Oh, +3. 13.
13. You see a glass of champagne come out of the slot in the log, and Amalka just like pop, catches it.
Oh.
Cut off.
Oh.
Have some water.
What's the Doom Raiders' relationship to Davil? Like they were all part of the group.
They all worked as adventurers together.
That's gonna be tight. Okay, all right. Can't turn them against them.
But
Probably.
Here's the thing. We think something's up in the Zentarim.
Oh, I agree.
Yes.
Go
we don't,
on.
We don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
But if we can maybe find a crack, a fissure that we can drive a wedge into, maybe that will be beneficial.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, we're all
Some
in.
of your champagne.
And in fact, well, we can already start this quid pro quo because I already do have some information. I can confirm a schism and dabble at the center of it. We were attacked by a group of Zentarine, and when we tried to get out of the fight by claiming we knew the leadership, they had some disparaging words to say about Dabble.
Ooh. Do you know what words they said?
Like they called him a jerk or something. It was like, hold on, it was like that he was soft, that he was like lily livered or something.
So here's what I will request of you then. Get in closer with Davil. Become his ally. Learn, discover what's going on. Talk to his allies. Talk to his raiding party. They are close. They are as threatening as they can be. They are a good group of friends. They have fought together.
Well, good thing Yosef's taken a liking to Shmemo or whatever his
Schemo.
Yep, that's
Schmemo.
it. Shmemo.
Probably learn their names is a vital.
You guys not
You know
remember
what?
the name
We've already
Schema.
had
I have it written down, don't worry.
drinks
I have it written down
and champagne.
phonetically. That was I got the schemo. I did not get the half orc's name down though.
I don't think I said it. I'll give it to you later.
Yeah, no worries. All right. That sounds dangerous, but I like it. We'll work on some coordination of how to keep the Winter Shield party and how to keep your involvement under wraps. I'm definitely worried about a gang war erupting.
So we are as well. The gangs have been very quiet.
So, how do we contact you with more information when we have it?
You see him pull out this leather parcel from underneath his chair. He opens it up and you notice that he's got 5 scrolls in it. He says, "These are scrolls of sending. They should do you for now. Only use it when you have absolute information to give and share. Curate your information. Be very selective about what you share."
And I don't know if this is gonna throw a wrench into anything at all, but Trollskull Manor's become sort of a communications hub.
This is new. This is why we talked. I assume they set up a waypoint for flying snakes inside.
Yeah, I expressed to them that I didn't like it, and that they've said a 2-month window where it will be up.
So whatever they're planning is planning to happen within 2 months then.
All right. Oh, that's much worse than I thought. Good point. All right.
I hadn't thought of that.
It's like the positive side though is the snakes, while adept, are probably just messengers. They're probably just there to ferry communications between I don't think they had a good foothold in the North Ward, so it could be that this has become a hub of information for them.
Okay.
Good to know. Well, now you know that they've got a North Ward Connect.
So, with this information we've, passed over to you, you think you can go ahead and maybe help us with the Winter Shield party and the security?
We can help with subtle security. We will not be omnipresent,
No,
visible.
no.
but
Again,
we will,
waywalk it.
yeah.
That's
Send
what
us
we want.
Send us a send and scroll or a message.
But if
you
there's any
got.
threats, we will let you know. If there's any
Please.
concerns, we will let you know.
Please.
And we will send it via either a messenger or a paper bird.
Oh, great. Perfect. Well, Mutt, it's lovely to meet you, and
Well, sit and enjoy the show.
I can't wait.
As you see the lights come down and the big red curtain comes up, it is actually an opera, and it sings out the tale. It starts at the uniting of all the factions and groups at the start of the war, and it takes place just after the dragons attacked Waterdeep, and you can see sets of destruction, like things that are familiar to you, and kind of like these illusionary dragons flying around over top, and it's like this epic song of this female soldier who lost her family in the dragon attack and goes out to the Well of Dragons, and she's under the service of Uther the Light Hand, or Uther the Silver Hand, and how she's fighting side by side by him, and that she finds bravery in fighting against the dragons, and he is devastated by the undeath and all these undead dragons that come flying out of the volcano. That if you've listened to the past 3 seasons, this is stuff that actually happened. And you see this paladin lose hope, and then she takes up his mantle and begins to fight forward and rallies the Order of the Silver Gauntlet to fight the hordes of undead, fight the wings and waves of dragons. And as Uther retreated back into despair, she fought on in bravery. And she takes some grievous injuries towards the end, but stands up and discovers that she didn't need someone else to believe in, that she had a cause to believe in, and that her will to fight was for Waterdeep, for family, and for love, and that she actually shunned Uther a little bit. And you can see Mert is just openly crying at all of this. And the show ends, the lights come on. He's like, well, if you need me, I will be at my personal residence up in the Castle Ward. Drop by anytime if it's important and an emergency. If not, messaging paper birds. We are good. As you can see the crowd, and there's like kind of like that stomping and thumping of people getting up out of their seats and leaving the show.
Okay, let's definitely let Daffel go. We don't want to run into him in the lobby. Well, that was a good show. I feel like it was missing some details though. Like, how did the people form? Why did the dwarves leave?
All prequel stuff. Seasons 1 and 2. Or season 1, sorry.
Well, fair enough.
Just a succinct 3-act show. You do notice that, from what you remember, a lot of Tarek has been cut out of the show.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a noble cleric of Halo that was really important.
Almost all cut out of the show. Someone took some severe editing to Tarek's story.
No one even ran away from a fight. Where's Lothian?
It's all about the common folk on the front lines.
Yeah, I guess that's, award season buzz bullshit.
So you guys make it back home through your carriage. You had a wonderful night. You sleep soundly through the evening. The only sounds are of Lift getting ready for breakfast in the morning rush. That's gonna come in as you wake up the next morning. Again, a nice spread out table for you. Pancakes, waffles, eggs, bacon, fruit, vegetables, hash browns, and
oh my gosh.
And you notice that for the first time, Waywalk, your port has cinnamon on it.
Incremental.
So everyone describe to me what you're doing around the table at this time.
Eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess.
I mean, we've all had some champagne, so
Yeah,
like
we're a bit
Amalika is
hungover.
kind of just like groggily looking down, has like a glass of orange juice in front of her, and like it's just
You see a glass of champagne float out above the orange juice. Kind
no.
It floats
Like,
back.
thank you. I appreciate the hair of the dog approach to this feeling I'm feeling, but I think your blueberry pancakes and bacon and this glass of orange juice will do just fine.
Waywalk is sitting up on like a higher stool so that he can get all the way up to the bar, drinking a tea and reading the broadsheet of the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yosef?
I'm just like eating my breakfast, not really making much of a scene of anything. Contented.
Well, it's early in the morning, and you actually hear it before you see it. You kind of hear like this high pressure, like as you see a brilliant red and gold flash outside your window. I'm gonna need everyone to make a dexterity save as your windows explode
Oh
inwards.
God!
I feel like
16.
16?
I'm dead.
No.
What am I doing? Dexterity?
Yeah.
8.
I got only a 9.
Yosef, you stand perfectly resolute. There's no damage, but you all get knocked over, and like the tablecloth and the food get blown inward as a fireball goes off in the alley outside. And that is where we're going to end it for this week. Also, welcome to level 3.
Yes. I already feel like my first move here is glaring at Yosef.
Chaos party.
It most definitely has something to do with the Boudoir Guild.
Oh yeah, because of the fire.